You know, start in the next 4 minutes, I'm leaving. You don't think I won't?
Why? Please stay.
You're gonna leave?
Yeah.
How much time's left?
Still 4 minutes. Just start the fucking podcast.
Oh my god.
Is this supposed? Are you setting up a cold opening right now?
I guess.
Did you just?
Welcome to Best There Is Podcast. To my right is Declan, and in that revolving third chair is my friend, cousin, Adam.
Your friend cousin?
Yeah.
Is this where I wave at the camera?
No.
A lot of people do sometimes. If you ever pay attention.
Cringe.
And sometimes I usually go, Adam, go ahead and tell us your spill. But I don't know
Tell
if you
us
have.
a little bit about.
I don't know
yourself.
if you have anything to
Well,
spill.
I'm Vengeance.
Why can't you take off your shades?
I gotta remain anonymous.
He's got a really embarrassing scar across both eyes. Me and Ernie think it looks badass, but he's ashamed of it.
What scar? Oh, you're making it up.
I'm making a joke.
Okay, I thought he had something I couldn't see it.
You just
It's like Bret Hart used to always come out and hand out his plastic pink goggles,
covered in hair gel and
yeah, but
A lot of
Sweat.
sweat.
and oil. And I felt bad though because you're like
that shit probably
any
stank,
any
too.
kid in the front row that was like disabled, they got him, and that's
Why do you feel bad about that?
Well, I don't feel bad. I just feel
You're
like
a piece of shit.
I feel like if you're a kid in the front row, you look over some kids in a wheelchair, you're
my
like,
gosh.
nope,
That's-
not me today,
You're
not me.
That
Pretty-
sounds selfish.
Yeah, it's pretty shallow.
Maybe some other kid deserved it.
You know what? It's jealousy.
Yeah, it's envy.
Sure.
Oh, gosh.
I don't like Bret Hart, so I don't care.
The
I
Hitman?
do like Razor Ramon. Rest in peace. Can't believe that. You don't like Razor Ramon?
He's the Ayo.
Hey, yo.
Ayo.
Chico.
Yeah, no, that's lame.
Is
We
the,
never got Tran's opinion.
He's the
on that.
bad guy. We'll see him tomorrow.
Tran's gonna be crying.
No, that fool has no emotions.
Don't
People have seen him on the podcast a couple of times. He's got no emotions.
The people.
The people, the 14 viewers we have,
Stop calling them out.
the 14 viewers,
They want us to remain anonymous.
you need to
get
get
it.
goggles
We
like that.
know who you are, 14 viewers. We have your social security numbers.
They gotta get those kind of shades.
Put a little fucking. Best There
These
is
are
not
amazing.
liable for any. Stolen
I
social
wish,
security
speaking of
numbers.
putting something on the bottom, I wish we could be like those religious channels that
We should put like Cartoon
they
Network
get
ads. at
they
the
get
bottom.
calls and they're like, yeah, go ahead. They're like, yeah, I want to have a question about Jesus, and they're like, fuck off, and they're trying to be funny and stuff. But I would applaud people to call in and curse us out and stuff. I wouldn't
I
mind.
wouldn't.
I would just hope
You
we
just
get-
have no idea what kind of racist, sexist, random,
You're gonna
offensive
have to spend all that time
bullshit.
editing through that.
And if we have to do
I
it
have to
live-
edit through a lot of stuff they say.
You
Edit things out.
Edit rants out.
Rants.
No, we're gonna cut this all out.
No, it was a rant on like random things that I needed to make our
Can we talk about what we're supposed to be talking about?
2.5 podcasts from
Motherfucker.
3.5.
Let's talk about what we're supposed to be talking about today. Adam, what are we talking about today?
I came to talk about Batman and whatever else.
Oh shit, my bad.
The
kidding,
Batman, I'm
I'm
sorry.
I thought we were talking about reach arounds. Gotta go. Speaking of weird voices, you know Seth Green, it's crazy. He's been voicing.
Is this about the Batman?
No. That he's been voicing, you know, they all been voicing for 20 years.
Uh
And when he came in to do Chris, they're like,
huh.
he was supposed to be like a surfer dude or something. And I guess that whole week, it was funny. He's promoting Can't Hardly Wait. I'm like, good Lord. I was like in high school during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And him and one of the homies from the thing, they kept doing like jokes about Buffalo Bill. They're like, how could he get a real job anywhere? Like, if he was at if he was like,
I don't
like if he was a call center, like, hey, could I talk to you or whatever the voice is, and he's like, oh, like, and then he did a drive-through where he's like, would you like fries with that? And like just whatever. So then when he tried out for Chris, he did like a dumb surfer voice. And he's like, can I try something else? And he started to do that kind of. They go, can you make it higher? And then it turned into Chris.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of funny that because then but Chris has that. Would you have sex with me? He does the.
I'd have sex with
I'd have sex with me. And then the song comes on and starts painting his lips. So weird.
Would you fuck me?
I'd fuck me.
I'd fuck me.
Fucking weird. You know that movie?
If you can name
that
it.
is shoot.
That's Buffalo Bill.
Oh yeah.
Blinky Bill.
That's the team, the Buffalo Bills.
You guys lost me with that Buffalo Bill thing.
It's the Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name.
Speaking of Silence of the Lambs and a mystery movie.
In a murder movie.
Segue.
You're a real piece of shit, aren't you?
The Batman.
Wow, that was just absolutely revolting. I hate you.
We
What are you?
because I was gonna do Joker like we kill the Batman. Then I thought of I'm the Joker, baby.
You put a clip of that in this. This guy is the greatest. He is the Joker. So we'll show you this later. There's a video I've seen a couple times on the internet.
You're making fun of him. You're making him Arthur from is that his name in Walking Phoenix's?
What are you talking about?
Walking Phoenix's Joker. Does he have a real name, right?
Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
but
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, you got
It's
to be
Arthur.
closer to the mic.
he is the original
My
Joker.
God,
This
Arthur.
guy inspired Heath Ledger, inspired
But us making
Jared
fun
Leto.
of this guy is treating him like Arthur.
Is it Arthur Fleck?
We live in a
Arthur Fleck, I think, or something.
We live in a society.
Let me tell her, come on, Murray. It's just weird.
But yeah, he has this. His perfect line is, "You know how I got these scars? I'm the Joker, baby."
It's some like
It's just like doesn't explain.
some dude
why.
in 11th grade trying to get a part in a play. It looks like or something.
Or he's
But-
doing like a final project for theater class where he has to do a monologue or something.
And he's like, he does the whole like, when he's looking for where's Harvey Dent, that whole part.
So how old is this video?
It's old, dude, because it had to be when it came out, and then this guy's a lot older now. Because he's like, for everyone that thought my tape got or my video got put down, I made sure it got back up. I'm like, that's the only thing he's known for. But
He's the Joker, baby.
it's just that's the funniest thing about it is when he's like, you want to know how I got these scars? I'm the Joker, baby. And it's just like, all right. And everyone commented like he never explained how
And
he
what
got the scars.
Ernie pointed out to me, there's a part where he like rubs his hand through his hair, and he's got that cheap green hair dye. So he just gets his hand all green.
And it's all you see green dust fly up. But hey, the kid tried.
God
But
damn it,
it's
he tried.
so damn funny.
No, it's the best performance I've ever seen of the Joker. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
everyone just in the comments are like, "This is what Heath Ledger really got his
This
fucking
is the
act
inspiration
from."
for all of that.
But
He's the progenitor.
Wanna know how I got these scars? Well, I'm the Joker, baby.
it's hard. Like I told both of you.
Hey, we
Well,
actually have two. I just realized we have two Batman posters and a Joker poster. We should have moved that over here. Get rid of that.
no,
John
we don't
Wick shit.
change the room.
No,
for,
fuck that shit. It's Batman, yo.
You're all into Batman.
This was a good movie.
It was.
I really-
Yeah,
I
you
agree.
left
thoroughly enjoyed
your
this
second showing though.
Yeah. A little early. A little bit early. He was, like I said, I think
Well,
he
when
was-
you've watched the movie twice and it's a 3-hour movie, I'm not gonna blame you.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you pay for it and you leave and stuff, but
I didn't pay for it, so.
I know, but someone had to pay for it.
Nah,
Unless you're hopping.
you're implying that was you. You're like,
Yeah.
someone had to pay for
Yeah,
it.
you know,
That's
you
what
pay
we-
for it.
Bring the guests on just to be passive aggressive the whole time.
Like I told you guys, I was sitting on the fence, and the best way to lay on a fence is
you're-
face down with your mouth in the pole.
Are you a fence sitter?
What does that mean?
Uh,
I do not get that.
You don't know what fence sitting is? Or you don't know what the pole and the thing is?
Fence sitting. I think that's like one of the first times I've ever heard that.
Fence sitting is to basically be in the middle of anything.
Like if I'm on the fence.
Oh, okay.
fence
Okay,
sitters
I've
are.
never heard it.
It's a
termed
it's
like
a,
that.
it's a quote unquote derogatory term to be like, pick a side, you fucking coward.
Yeah. Okay. I've never heard it.
It's derogatory.
Yeah, usually you don't admit you're a fence sitter. That usually means a fence sitter, somebody's willing to go back and forth depending on what.
No, usually it's you don't know which way. to
Don't
go.
say no like you know this shit. You're just
we-
pulling shit out of your ass.
Can we just pull this?
I'll
up
just
on
pull this
Google
fucking-
right here. Boop.
No, that's
doesn't
not
work
how
like
this
that.
podcast works.
Sorry.
Ernie's not going to put that much effort into it. He's going to put the Joker baby, and that's the only edit he's going to make of the podcast. I'm the Joker baby.
because like I said, it's a really, really good fucking movie. And everyone I know has liked it.
It's not a Batman.
But as far as a Batman movie, it's kind of rougher for me. That's all. I mean,
I would like you to elaborate on that, please.
He's just wrong, by the way.
I've elaborated to you, but
I know, but I want to hear it again because I got to watch it again. And
Oh no, I looked up face sitting. My bad, guys.
Yuck.
No, I didn't.
whoops, that's your butthole.
A person who remains neutral or uncommitted.
Yeah, I'm uncommitted to which.
Yeah, you're a dirty, filthy fence sitter. Pick a side, you coward.
I
learn commitment, Ernie. It's important.
I explained that it's just a really good movie, but I don't know if it's a good Batman movie or if it's just a really good movie.
Why is it not a good Batman movie?
It's because I feel like anyone could have played these characters and it would have been still a good movie.
I don't think so. How are you going to explain a guy running around a gothic city beating up people if he's not Batman?
Okay, I'm saying you take all that out of it. Take Gotham out. Take the names.
Then what?
Wait, how much are we stripping the movie now?
Then
That's what I mean.
Then you're watching.
The more and
then
more
you're
you
watching
strip the movie, the less.
Then you're kind of watching Seven. Everybody was bitching that the people that hated it said it was just like Seven.
Seven's a movie meant for an entirely different purpose. Seven, you're supposed to also follow the clues the whole time. This movie's the clues and the murder mystery aren't designed for the viewer. They're designed for the character within the movie. That's what makes the movie so compelling as a whole.
Have you seen Seven? The clues are for Brad Pitt.
I know, but that movie strings you, the viewer, along a lot longer than the Batman does. The Batman, they catch him about an hour left in the movie. Like there's a whole fucking climax. The Riddler.
They catch John Doe with a whole movie left. That's what people complain about, that he's exactly like John Doe. Because they say they did the exact same thing where he turns himself in, basically.
Sure.
But does that mean it's a bad movie? No. But like far as a Batman movie, I'm not sure. Like,
I mean,
it's just hard to put it. It's hard to put it up against Batman Begins.
So if you
and
strip
Dark
Batman
Knights.
out, right? You strip Gotham out, all that stuff out.
It's just a guy doing detective
But that's every movie ever. If I strip Iron Man out and I strip yes,
it would ruin
yes.
Because
I explain this movie that would ruin this movie too. Half this movie's reason it's so compelling is because it's gross and dirty and it's got
Like,
a personality to every aspect of it.
let's
So you
say-
take the Penguin away and just replace him with some fucking mobster,
right,
a weird Birdman.
Penguin was just a mobster. He was
Yes, but-
nothing. No Penguin. He was
He's
just
a
a mobster.
proto though. He's not like known as the Penguin. They literally
I like the realistic take on this one. It's like way
Well, that's
realistic.
what Begins did. This one I think is a little more
I would say a lot
grounded. No, the contact lenses fucked me up.
I get that.
That's one of the biggest things that
that's
fucked me
like
up.
a weird, but that's a weird hang up.
They should have.
like
They should have done something different besides that technology, because that was way, way, way ahead. And his computer, I mean,
is it though? Have you checked? Have you looked and see how close we are to that technology? Like, can you make that statement with confidence?
Yes.
Like, so you've done the research?
Batman Year 2 would not have that.
You've done the
Ooh,
research.
that's a good point.
Do we have them right now?
That's what I'm saying. Or do we have that technology even
I don't think
partially?
I don't think we have anything we could put
Do you
contacts in
think-
that record.
Do you think, or
Okay,
do you know?
We don't have any contacts.
But do you know?
Yes.
I'm not asking.
I'm telling you, we don't.
You
have,
know this.
Yes,
We
we don't.
with what evidence? You can't make these statements
We
without.
we don't have
saying-
any contacts on the market that can record.
I'm not talking about on the market. I'm talking about
Dude,
is the
there could be
technology.
fucking aliens out there for all we know.
He is saying something a little bit different.
Yeah.
No, the government can have all kinds of shit that we
That's
don't
what
know.
I'm saying. Then Batman could possibly have access to that too, as somebody who has a business.
But now you're not
that is
grounded no
partial
more.
military.
Now you're not grounded. Now
Yes,
it's
you
not
are.
grounded.
If that can exist in real life, then it is grounded. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not saying this is necessarily true. I'm not saying those contact lenses really exist or we have that technology, but you can't make that statement
I'm sure
and just
we do.
expect people to believe it.
I just did. I don't think that.
That's
we have
okay that
anything
you
like
did, but it doesn't. People have to know that you're coming at that from a place of zero confidence. You have no actual.
I don't want to
reason
waste time
explain
googling. Do we have recording contacts? When
But if that's your hang up, then you should be relatively interested in it, right? You should be like, oh.
no, it's just something where I'm like,
then you're just
that's
picking
not-
then you're picking one weird thing that your brain just caught to the movie, and then you're
No, it's also
snagging
like I
onto
said, his
that.
gadgets and stuff, his armor. I don't get where it all came from.
Why do you need it? Then I talked to you about this. Why do you need an explanation for that?
I kind of get it too, because like if he's supposed to be a younger Batman, like where's he getting all this stuff? Is he making it himself? Because as far as I know,
I mean, he still has. I don't want to like turn this into a debate necessarily on it, but he does still have access to the Wayne. He's in the Wayne Tower, right? And the Wayne Corp's Wayne Corp's a $1 billion industry that has its fingers in everything. Has all kinds of in the history of Batman. Has had all kinds of experimental technology for Batman to use. Who's to say they didn't develop this?
But when
And he just jacked it from them because he has access to. it
but then
like
they could have
around the world.
literally said something small like that.
But why do we need a line to explain every little detail?
Because
like
how every movie, like where a
Not
guy's
every-
a badass fighter, they always throw out, like Rambo, he was a Green Beret, he was a Marine, so then we don't question it. With Batman, we just know he's a poor orphan kid. The only thing they throw to us is Alfred taught him how to fight, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the only thing we know about his past as far as why he does what he does.
But is that a natural thing that happened? Like, do you... Like, if this movie is going to, say, be grounded and have really compelling characters, is that something that the person who's making the movie is inclined to have to reveal that? If he's making a snapshot of a universe, sometimes the best part of snapshots from a universe is the non-explanation. Because nobody in real life would have to explain it. Rambo's a dumb action movie. They're going to explain that because dumb people are going to go watch it. No offense to dumb people.
But I don't think Rambo's a dumb action movie.
It is a dumb action. Well, the first one is not. I'm sorry.
First Blood's pretty good.
But First Blood is not a traditional action movie. It's a PTSD war story.
All right, so I get what you're saying with that. I guess that boils down to personal preference because I would have kind of liked to know because you don't get it like from the beginning. It's already year 2, right? Gotham Project or Project Gotham. I can't remember how it was written. So I'd kind of like to know, what training, where did he learn how to fight? Because now Alfred is teaching him. So where did Alfred learn all this stuff, right?
I mean,
just to glance on it real quick.
We know as the readers and stuff. I don't know if they ever mentioned what Alfred did before, but
not in the movie.
We've also had like a million Batman movies, right?
Yeah, but
it's the same argument with Spider-Man.
Right.
That's why we didn't see Uncle Ben die. It's
right,
because we've seen it happen a million
But they've
times.
hinted at that though.
Yeah, after 3 movies, this is his first movie. Who's to say we don't get a flashback in another movie? Who's
this
to say
one-
we don't focus on a villain from his past?
This Batman,
Who's to say we don't?
the Batman they hinted in the Batman 2 though.
What?
You're talking about Spider-Man or Batman?
I'm talking about Batman. I'm talking about,
Batman they hinted at it. They already said,
what do you mean?
His parents getting killed and all that.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about every part of the origin because we got that at Batman Beyond. The basic Batman origin is basically Batman Beyond. He goes around the world. He learns martial arts. He starts to develop his armor.
Batman Begins. You got me hella confused. I was
Sorry,
like,
I said
Batman Beyond. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, Terry?
Batman Begins, and that's why I like Batman Begins as a movie. But that movie we haven't had that full explanation of the Ra's al Ghul storyline, all that kind of stuff.
Well,
so
and
we
they
needed
don't-
that flashback to explain why this guy shows up, right?
They don't
that flashback has a double use, where it's a setup and a reason to have a bad guy, right? But we don't need that in every movie.
I don't think comic-wise, Ra's even trained him, to my knowledge. So, I mean, that was, I think, done for the movie. But, like, you don't have to do that with Batman. It's just... I mean, at least this, I could believe he's never learned how to fight. Because he can kind of fight, but it's very...
That's why it's more realistic. If Batman's surrounded by 4 guys, he's not going to just demolish 5 guys.
I mean, he beats the shit out of a few people, like, multiple people. Like, when he's in the club...
But they're throwing punches at him.
Yeah, but in the club...
People are still hitting him. He's got armor on. That's, like, the best part about this Batman.
Well, that's what's confusing about this Batman is his armor is, like, bulletproof. Like, bullets are bouncing off
why
it.
wouldn't it be, right? Why wouldn't you have ceramic-plated armor?
Every Batman has it. Every Batman has a suit, but they're not bulletproof like that.
Why does every Batman have to be the same?
That's not my point. My point is, where did you get that shit?
Honestly,
to have bulletproof armor which exists in real life?
That point blank shooting. They're shooting point
there's
blank.
ceramic heavy armor that can do stuff like that. But the thing is, it's not efficient to wear or efficient to make, so that's why it's not everywhere. That's what the biggest thing.
I don't know. And everyone thought his symbol a long time ago were like gun pieces.
They were the guns that killed his parents.
Something like that.
No, it's just a batarang.
Is it?
Yeah. He literally uses it to cut up and stuff. It's like his main batarang. I don't think he throws it.
I thought someone said
but he has no other batarangs on him. That's the one.
What were you gonna say? Because you were saying something and
I already forgot.
Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not trying to go to bat for this movie.
Oh no, I remember now. Sorry. So he was talking about the bulletproof armor. I really liked that take because, he's inexperienced and it's more realistic. Like, is he really gonna dodge every bullet? He has no superpowers, right? So
no, he gets his
armor.
ass kicked pretty good in this
saying,
movie, which is fine. That's not my problem. My problem is just all the tech and stuff. Like the car makes sense because it's just a hot rod basically. It's a muscle car
turbine on the back.
Yeah, I mean, granted, yes, that is a little much, but again,
well,
that's more believable to me that someone can do that.
How old is he supposed to be? Does it say how old?
He's probably in his late 20s.
I don't think they say how old he is.
Okay.
I kind of want to go by through this movie piece by piece because I think there's a lot of important pieces to talk about. And the first is like, I really like that opening where he's his monologue, because that's very Batman in the comic books. Me and you talked about this,
All right.
where he's talking about.
So people were complaining about that.
Oh my god, I hate having to hear. I just want to have my opinion on a movie. I don't
That's
want to
fine.
hear about the internet's opinion on a fucking
You don't want to
movie.
hear about what something
A
stupid
bunch
was
of
said?
Sure, shoot.
People thought it was too generic noir.
What?
Noir, like...
No retweet?
Well, that is
Well,
detective.
like-
when I think of noir.
Oh,
I think of
noir.
detective.
yeah.
Noir.
I
You didn't enunciate it well enough.
And I was like these streets, da-da-da-da. You know what I mean, like that kind of thing.
That's the Batman thing.
That's the Batman. But the whole thing to me, that's almost every comic.
But that's-
When you read a comic, but for me, it, like I said, I was telling Crystal, I really liked it because the person who narrates their books the best is usually Batman and Spider-Man for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really feel their shit. So when him narrating as Batman, it's weird because if you think about it, none of our Batmans ever.
But that setup scene when you see the light and then you just get to see the shadows. When I first sat down to watch the movie, I was like, oh, he's gonna. There he is. I was like, wait, no. And they cut the next one. I'm like, no. Where actually? Because it made me as a viewer buy into that a little bit more. Yeah, I guess if there's a giant man in a bat suit running around your city, you'd be pretty scared to do stuff because he's gonna come not arrest you, beat you up.
Your balls fall off.
So, I mean, I thought that was a really cool setup, and I think there's a lot of cool artistic choices in.
Well, I like the fact
This
that
movie's dark,
the bat. Yeah,
but you can see everything.
well, like I mentioned in the last podcast, like I can't. Oh, you mean dark filmed?
Yes,
They mean
not
dark.
like evil. I mean, it is. It's pretty.
I was like, that's why I
gross.
mentioned the last one that I can't probably.
I mean,
watch it just because
The first scene is a guy peeking through a window.
I want to say this.
And they're saying that Riddler
And then he
did a lot like
jumps
what
on-
Batman does, though. He does like scoping out, and
peeping on people.
they try to make him a parallel. People think.
Let's talk about that next. Let's talk about the
Well,
Riddler, the bad guy.
What was this guy about to
Dude,
say?
I really think this movie was like a kind of like a horror movie. Kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie, because the guy with the green like
If they didn't,
men head.
it had that horror
His gimp suit.
esque vibe. If that was
Dude.
like Jason, like killing people and wrapping them up in tape, we would be like, oh, it's a slasher, but it really wasn't. But I get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
'cause
when that dude.
It
got
had
hit
some
by the
elements
car.
of Saw too, right?
my dad said that.
Yeah.
I didn't really get Saw.
I get that.
Well, he sets up like traps for people. He's got that guy in the thing with the rat and like the.
I get it.
Despite all my rage,
And he also,
I
like-
missed out a point to play that.
All of his deaths have some sort of meaning to them, corresponding to whoever it is, right? Too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very Saw. Like people usually in Saw get their comeuppance through.
Now, my thing is,
Like the drug
that's a
girl
good
has to
point.
dig through the needle bath or whatever, and all this kind of stuff. So
I think if they did more of that, that'd been kind of cool. If all his,
it's a little dark.
I think, yeah, and they probably would have been like.
I mean,
yeah,
the
this
rat thing is
copying
pushing
Saw.
it because basically the rat thing implied that rat ate through that guy.
So I think like
That's some Fast
Probably
and
to
the
his
Furious 3, 4. They do that. The rat.
That's a real thing. They take a pot, they put
Yeah.
a rat in it, put it on your
Yeah, on your
stomach, then
stomach.
they
That's
heat up
got
the
to
bat.
be. That's. Oh, you know what's funny too? No, that's
Rats can chew through steel, baby.
that's not through. That's not Batman.
they'll scratch through your skin and
It's the same guy from Batman
They'll eat a
Begins.
hole through you, bro.
But yeah, I don't know. Riddler's look.
He's not the Riddler, but like
They call him the Riddler. all
no,
the
I
time.
mean what I
calls
mean is
himself that, doesn't
the
he?
look.
does he ever call himself?
He
it?
doesn't. He's not dressed as the Riddler, right? He's more hush.
Well, like
right?
everyone said that he can't sit there and wear like a latex suit.
But he's hush, right?
With the
he's
eye
wearing
bands.
he's wearing the
Kind
glasses
of.
over a wrapped head.
I don't think Hush wears glasses. It's just a wrapped up head.
Maybe not. I don't know. I remember
But there
wearing
was that
glasses.
clue that said Hush on it.
Yes, but I think there's heavy inspirations from the comic book Hush, and his costume is sort of whatever because
Whoa, it
it's
sucks
not really
that-
a costume. Nobody really has a superhero costume except for Batman.
I
'cause
just
he's
want-
the only person that has a reason for it.
I just
right?
want to know if they made like a background statement that we missed. Why? Not even in the movie, but like the writer. Why he wears what he wears. Why the mask he wears is the mask.
because he feels like that the true person that he is can come out. He says
I
to
get that, but
Batman.
why that choice of a mask?
I would just say to cover his face because he also uses a voice changer.
Yeah, that kind of. I like how he sounds,
What are you
but
gonna
it
do
reminds me of
next?
Bane, though.
You got nowhere to go. What are
'Cause
you
he's
gonna
like,
do next?
When you can trust, and he like talks kind of like that, but it sounds creepy. Like on the trailers, it sounded
No,
really creepy.
It was pretty creepy,
Crash
especially when he
is playing.
killed the mayor.
With no survivors.
With no survivors.
That includes yourself, dummy. That's the. God, that movie.
I mean, no, put it back on.
With
Start
one
over.
survivor. Me.
I don't know.
I mean, like,
he was a good villain. He was really
What
good.
do you feel about the actor's performance?
Him?
Yeah.
He was great.
He was fucking amazing.
When he got his mask off, I fucking lost. That's when I was like, this is a good fucking movie. Like, at that moment when he's like, why'd you want to talk to me? And that, I was like, oh my God, this is a good fucking movie right here. When he's just like,
and they had that
Bruce Wayne. Like, I was like, dude, this dude's like
creepy.
fucking Joker. And people were saying, again, the arguments they were showing that people are saying that he was better Joker than Joker, like how he acted. To me, it was just
the Joker doesn't leave riddles, and he doesn't want to work with Batman.
Well, they're saying the way he did the chaos, basically.
But the Riddler works more separate from Batman than the Joker will ever.
Yeah.
Because the Joker and the Batman are two
Well,
sides
they
of the
made
same
it.
coin.
Well, that's what they tried to say they did in this one. They tried to make it where he was similar.
I just hate this always like,
Well, look at they did the
gotta
whole I'm an
find,
orphan,
like-
you're an orphan, but you had the privilege.
sure. But like, there's a million stories in human history.
Yeah.
There's got to be some coincidences, right?
Right.
You can't just pick through a movie and be like, oh, this thing already did it, and this thing already did it, and this guy's like this guy. It's like, there's character archetypes. We know what these are. There's the Law and Order Batman, the chaotic evil bad guy. But like, the Riddler wasn't quite as chaotic necessarily. He was more organized. The Joker would have just blown up the fucking seawall and then be done with it, right? He's not going to try to reveal a whole conspiracy and
Actually,
help free
I'll
Gotham
get to that later.
and all this stuff.
What about Catwoman?
That was the next person we're going to talk about. So Kravitz is looking good.
Yeah.
It's so weird that's
Also, fuck that cat ear hat. It's the worst. The worst. I hate. Just give her the fucking ears, man.
well, I like
Or don't.
Again, I think it's more realistic. It's fine. I like it.
But that's what I mean. Just don't. Like the way they did it with fucking what's her name. They had to get her goggles that she could flip up, and they
yeah.
kind of look like cat ears. And then you go to
that was
fucking
smart.
what?
As fuck.
I don't like it. I think it looks.
I thought it was dope because she's using goggles to like see things and binoculars and night vision. When she put them up, they look like
They look
ears.
cat ears.
So that's dope. That's a cool
You don't
thing.
like the fucking all latex stitch suit?
Of course I do. But that's a different time. Like Michelle Pfeiffer was amazing. Watch like that movie again. Michelle Pfeiffer was amazing as Catwoman.
I need to watch it again.
She's probably like one of the best.
You don't watch a weird Birdman vomit on people. Am I wrong?
Have you watched that clip? Adam showed it to me too, but I saw it.
What?
Where the little kid's talking about he saw Batman Returns, but this was like
Oh yeah.
this was in '92 though.
Huh.
It's
Don't show me it right now. Just show me it later when we show Adam.
I was gonna put it on the
It's
mic
great.
because
It's so
it's just
great.
if you hear him talking about it,
Just put a clip in if you
But
want.
you
You're
have
already
to-
gonna put the Joker clip in.
the Joker takes a second, but
But it lasts a million
do you know
years.
Batman Returns pretty well?
No.
Okay, so you probably would have to like know quite a bit because what he talks about, like I've watched that movie a million times.
I've
It's a really
seen-
good fucking movie.
I've seen the first one.
It's dark as fuck though,
Whatchamacallit.
dude. Your mom took me when I was little. I remember
What is the first one called? Is that one Batman Returns?
the first one.
Yes.
was Batman.
It was just Batman.
Yeah.
Batman.
Then it'd
Okay,
be
that's what I
Batman
thought.
Returns.
That fuck. Dude.
That one I saw, and then I skipped
Michael
everyone.
Keaton was so. I saw that in the theaters.
You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts.
Hey, Ernie, you want to go get nuts? Yeah, let's go get nuts.
Let's get nuts. Then we had Batman Forever. Schumacher took over, and to be
That's
real,
the-
it's still a good movie, but it's just goofy. It's just goofy.
Is that the Clooney
The fourth
or-
one? No,
is that
that's
that's the
Clooney.
Clooney one. That's the Dolph. No, not Dolph Lundgren.
Tough Lundgren.
What's his fucking name?
It's,
Your boy
Arnold?
from Tombstone. Isn't he in Tombstone?
Who? Tommy Lee Jones?
No, Tombstone. What am I thinking of?
It's Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones, Two-Face and Riddler. In
I'm talking about the
Forever.
Batman.
Val
I'm breathing
Kilmer.
hella
Val
hard.
Kilmer,
yeah.
who's in Tombstone.
There you go.
He's
Yes.
So
he's your Huckleberry.
He is my Huckleberry.
pop
Are we talking about the same movie?
Val
I thought
Kilmer's
we were just
not.
talking about the George Clooney one.
He was trying to get to the George Clooney one, but then he
Oh,
was
my
like,
bad, my bad.
"Oh,
I was like, who's the Batman before that? Because there was a Batman after Keaton, but before Clooney. And I
Keaton
like,
was gonna do the third one then until he saw the script and all that, and then he's like,
Like,
Tim Burton's here, I'm
fuck
out."
that shit, I'm out.
And he worked with Tim Burton quite a bit too, so
So yeah, Catwoman. Do you like her?
I liked her.
She seemed a little
what a lot
on
of people
the
said,
edge.
which I do kind of agree, there didn't need to be a romance in the movie.
I agree.
It
That was weird.
you could have gone without it, and the only thing
I thought she was lesbian at first, to be honest with you. I thought that girl she was trying to protect was her girlfriend. I was gonna be like, oh, this is an interesting take. I guess that's like, there's probably some precedent for that in the comic books, but
I always think
I didn't really care.
Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Catwoman all get it on. They're like the Gotham Sirens. I always think they all have it for each other. I know Harley and Poison Ivy do
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Thank you for saying that.
What?
I agree. 100%.
But
I mean, the Harley and the Poison thing are confirmed though.
yeah.
The Catwoman, I don't know. She's got the hots for the Batman.
But that's the weird thing too, is how hot they are for each other, and you don't even know them. Like if Batman came home,
He does not start that hot on her.
but if Batman came home to me, he's like, I'm crazy.
He's not making like stupid decisions.
Okay, if
That's the
fucking
key.
Catwoman came home over my house, I'm like, what's up, brah? And she's like, I'm really hot for this guy. I'm like, what do you know about him? She's like, he wears a suit, he fights crime.
Yeah, but she's got nobody to go home to.
I know, but I don't know.
Just-
It's weird to fall for people when you.
The thing is though, is they don't.
It's more of the knight in shining armor.
No, he doesn't. She doesn't get in his way. He never compromises because of her. He's never
I'm not
like.
talking. I'm talking about when.
I know. I'm talking about in that relationship though. That's what does. That's what the real twist on it is. That obviously they could have gone without a relationship, but the fact they had one and Batman wasn't necessarily stunted by her,
You
or
could've
nobody
probably-
used her against. Nobody used her
You
against
probably
him.
could have took her out of the film and not had her in there, and it still would have been okay story.
Strongly disagree because she's highly important to the last thing I want to talk about. And what style of Batman movie is this? This is Batman becoming a superhero, which we've never seen before. Not in the traditional sense, because Batman in this movie has a full character fucking arc of
Dude,
learning.
Batman Begins had a huge arc. for
No,
him.
he was never like he never had that realization that I need to be a superhero. I need to help.
I don't know about a superhero, but I know he needed to. He knew he needed to fix Gotham.
I feel like
Remember when he pulled out the gun
Yes.
on Joe Chill?
It's not what I'm talking about.
After he pulled the gun on Joe Chill, that's when he throws the gun out and
Yes.
he leaves
So
and goes
it's
and trains.
not what I'm talking about because Robert Pattinson's the same way. You know, you get what I'm saying?
kind of.
Kind of.
So like I
You take
feel
your shades off?
it's super bright. So I feel like
My star.
I didn't
was-
think you were. I just kept saying it. But anyways,
so I feel like with Bale's Batman, it went from him training and then he was already Batman. With his point, like he's learning to be Batman
So-
and getting ready to become a superhero. Like he explains in the ending, he said, everything is going to get worse and court of martial law and all that. So
Court of Owls.
Was that a Freudian slip?
That's the thing is I told people with Bale's story, we see him go train and then he comes back and he's just Batman ready to go. And I was like, we didn't really get, which a lot of times we get that when Batman comes, he's ready to be Batman. We never have seen a Batman in pain as he's Batman, basically. So with this movie, we got to see Batman in the early stages.
Isn't the third movie though?
In pain?
Yeah, he's like in physical and emotional pain.
No.
throughout the
I'm
third
talking
Dark
about
Knight
still like getting over the parents. And, like trying to fight crime while your brain's still fucked up.
telling Alfred, "You're not my real dad."
Dude, like I don't.
that was a good one.
I didn't like Alfred.
Because Ernie hates Andy Serkis.
I like
and,
it, dude. Andy Serkis
everything Andy
is
Serkis
amazing.
Ever done.
He's amazing as Claw.
He's
He's amazing in the Planet of the Apes movies.
Who does
That
he
take-
play?
That takes a
I
lot
can't
of
remember his name. It's the main character.
Caesar.
Caesar.
It takes a lot of talent to do that.
Oh yeah.
He's-
Have you seen
he's Gollum,
Cumberbatch
bro.
play the fucking dragon like behind the scenes? It's fucking nuts.
He's like crawling and shit.
yeah, he's like, like he's all into it. But no, like I think he's a great actor. But it actually, especially for
Schmeagol.
what he is acting. Like he's acting now. He's not
This
doing
is the
CGI.
youngest Alfred that we've ever had.
But like Michael Caine to me is one of my favorite Alfreds.
Sure, but there can be different interpretations of the same character, right? You can
Sure,
have a
but you can-
favorite, but
Is
you
this a
don't
different
have
universe?
to.
Just
But
kidding,
you
sorry.
don't have to discount one just because you have a one that you like a
I didn't
little
say
bit
that.
more.
I just said I didn't care for this one that much.
Yes,
I
but
don't
is he a
think he's-
bad Alfred?
I don't think we got enough of him to know if he's good or bad.
Which we probably are going to get another one of these movies.
But I do think it's more so that Batman's like a angst teen, like "fuck you, dad," and
I
slam
just
the
put
door.
the theory together in my head, by the way.
Let's
Oh.
hear it.
The second movie is going to be Bruce Wayne coming out as Bruce Wayne, running Wayne Corp, fixing the seawall in order to gain some sort of amount of social credit. Because I have an idea that
I have
this is
a- I have
as
a
much as
source
this
I'm
was
not
a
gonna say.
as much as this was a proto Batman movie, it's also a proto Bruce Wayne movie. There's still room for Bruce Wayne to be that suave, rich billionaire who's
I think it's
banging
gonna-
ladies, right? Because he's relatively young in this movie, so he could easily just be like, "Oh, I realize I got to put another mask on and be like a different side of the city." You know?
I hope he bulks up if they're going to go that route.
They're not.
That's weird that he didn't have to get in shape for it. I thought because nowadays everyone has to get in shape. Like Michael
Shazam
Keaton,
didn't.
they gave him fucking dumbass.
But that's what I mean. If you're under a bunch of armor, why does it matter?
But
Unless
now-
you're gonna do the crazy
But you
shot.
have to have strength.
Dude, he did the shirtless shot. Like, I think you need to.
It didn't even get you hard.
Nope. Was not.
Yeah, but it
impressed.
wasn't like it wasn't like him doing fucking the arrow
Dude,
thing.
he
or
turned around
whatever.
and flexed.
He was literally looking at.
He pushed that table and he was like, trying
But-
to bulk up. I was not okay with that.
It's okay. He's under a bunch of armor.
Back
man.
in
I
the
don't
day
care.
with Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer.
They bulked up because if you look at now,
they didn't make them work out at all. Nowadays, they make people really work out like for the roles.
Yeah,
so I was shocked.
And now
that
now actors are pissed off about it.
well, I mean, if you're gonna play a part, that's part of acting. Look at fucking
Well, the thing is that
Christian
they're
Bale
doing
in
it.
real life. Look at how fat he's to play Dick Cheney.
He's more doing it for personal choice, though, right? It's the same way that the guy who plays Mac did it, and the guy who plays Mac literally did it
Mac.
in
Always
Always Sunny.
Sunny, yeah.
He literally did it as protest to that kind of stuff. He was like,
Did he? But
yeah.
dude, he would have got
now
hella
he's
weight.
fucking lean, bro.
He's gross
cut,
big,
dude.
He's gross big now.
No, he's not butt. He's not nearly.
Dude, he's like veiny and shit. He's huge.
Yes, but he's lean now. He's a lot skinnier,
I get it.
But
Eating lots of vegetables.
and he's gay. And the character is.
yeah, I know. Because I was like,
Good for
his
him.
wife, but so his wife's in the show.
Charlie Day's wife hates him in the show.
I know. That's funny.
I told my sister that, and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's his wife."
That's crazy.
Just being an absolute bitch to Charlie.
So to me, Catwoman wasn't really a villain. She was just trying to help her friend get out of there.
They didn't make her
Well,
really. They
she
didn't really
wanted
make her a
revenge
thief, though,
and stuff
right?
like that.
Oh,
But she
yeah,
was
that's
real.
right,
That's
right.
what I mean. Is she was there to spark that last confrontation of Batman being like, "Do not kill this guy. Do not kill this guy. Don't kill Falcone." And he has to go chase her to stop her from killing Falcone. He's not gonna go capture Falcone. He's trying to save Falcone ultimately. You know, and that's a real Batman move where you're like, "I gotta save this piece of shit from dying," right? Whereas Ben Affleck would have just shot Falcone himself, right? Christian Bale would have broken his back, you know. Like, this Batman actually has to kind of go about things. And plus, you find out he's got some connection to Falcone, this is that, all this other stuff. But if she was not there to spark that, because she wanted it bad, you know. That's where she's like, "Your vengeance. This is what you're supposed to do," right? So she's there to really make him realize that I can't just be vengeance.
I like that take.
I am the law.
Catwoman ever steal?
Yeah.
She tries to break into the
I know she's
fucking-
trying to break into
the
the
sheriff's house.
the
Whatever that guy is.
the safe.
politician?
Other than that, is there any
he
other
mayor?
times?
He was the mayor.
Mayor.
That's crazy too. That it starts
by
with
the
them
way-
killing the mayor because usually they work up to that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
By the way, that scene scared me. I was not ready for
Dude,
that. The way he yelled. Oh, man.
dude, when he's in
I'm
that,
telling you, horror flick.
when he is in, that's on. This movie has a lot of, in my opinion, great scenes. Like there's some issues with the movie pacing wise. It maybe doesn't need to be 3 hours long.
Oh, they
But
definitely
there are
could have.
some
They could have cut
scenes,
out shit.
but there are some scenes between one or two characters that are really good. Like that scene with him interviewing the Riddler is like they get that Bruce Wayne, and then you see on Batman's face and being like, "Oh shit, this guy knows I'm fucking Bruce Wayne." And then he goes, "Batman, we almost got them both." And then he relaxes, and that's when he starts going after the Riddler because he's like, "Okay, cool, my secret's safe." And the fact he's able to tell.
Did
that
you get to that
story.
point?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing the first time.
But remember, I was talking to you that I go. I think he knew he was Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, that's what I said. Was he said I got all of them except for Bruce Wayne, and I think that's how he well, at least for me, that's how he confirmed that he knew him because he got all the people he wanted to except for Bruce Wayne.
I
Why
bet
is
it-
that?
But then why? Because
I bet if you go back and watch that scene, he says we almost.
why
got
does he
all
keep
of them."
sending it to Batman though?
Because he thinks, because this is literally psychosis. He talks about this. He's like, "Oh, you didn't figure out the last one." He thinks he's working with Batman, like they're a team, right? That's why he says we didn't get all of them. We got almost all of them except for Bruce Wayne. That's why he says, "Oh, he's surprised
yeah.
when he realizes he doesn't figure out the blowing up the wall." Because he's like, "Oh," because what really all those riddles were there for weren't to like send Batman on a goose chase necessarily. It was to basically communicate with Batman through some sort of code that he thought only Batman can understand, right?
I didn't get all that.
That's how I
That
interpreted
is a
it.
lot. I know he did say.
That's why that scene's
he,
so good, though.
he did say we were doing things
I mean,
together.
that
He
makes
was like,
things
"No,
more
we're not."
interesting if he's that
Or
crazy to think that Batman was working with him.
That's the thing, and that's what this guy's
'Cause I
because then
never
he
thought of him
Batman says
working
you'll
with
never be anybody, you're nobody, you'll never be anything, and he starts he's like screaming and breaking down, and that scene's like really powerful because that's also in the fucking comics. Because when he tells the Riddler that he's a fucking B-list bitch, right?
Daredevil did that to Mysterio, and Mysterio killed himself after he did that.
Yeah, damn straight. I would too. Fuck, bro. You got called out by a blind man. But I tried to say pussy and bitch. I almost said bussy.
Bussy?
Bussy.
Hashtag that.
Hashtag
bussy. You know what bussy is, right, Ernie? You don't know. Do you know what bussy is?
I thought you just made it up right now.
No, I think it sounds familiar.
Bussy stands for boy pussy. It's a bussy.
You want to see my paginas?
Nope, never heard of any of those.
That's a Family Guy thing, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Hey, Peter, you want to see my paginas? I don't know.
I watched a lot of Family Guy. I don't remember.
You don't remember that? That's what he's talking about his sister brother. He's like, this is awkward when I used to hang out with my sister brother.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter, you want to see my vagina?
Let's see. What else? What was the next thing you wanted to talk about on Batman?
Sucked.
What do you want next?
No.
Are you serious, dude? I loved.
No, I thought it was really good. My thing is, he used venom in his leg.
Venom. That's not confirmed.
Is that
bro.
code?
I'm telling you, it's a green shot of adrenaline he puts in the
The only reason why I remember that would be from the one with Bane. Is that the one with George Clooney?
Yes. That's
No.
when he's hanging. Yes. That's
No.
when he's hanging out. Yes. That's when he's hanging out with Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
know.
He's got that green liquid. That kind of reminded
And
me
she
of it.
seduces Robin. And then
Well,
he's
in the
like,
comics,
he's like, I'm
it's always
safe
been
because I
green.
got Christianity. What does he say? He's got like, she tries to seduce him with a gas. He's like, I got the bat mask or something like that.
No, he puts lip things over
Yeah,
his lips.
the meme I saw though was
Oh.
him holding up a Bible being like, you can't trick me, I have Christianity. And it's like Robin confirmed Christian hero.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
I can't be seduced. No, but
It's like Bible Man.
Bane, even in the comics, they're green. It's green.
I'm just saying that's
Doesn't
what
Batman
made
get
me think of
addicted to it before Bane's even a thing?
I'm pretty sure that's what happens because in Venom he does get the green serum.
Venom.
The story's called Venom.
Venom.
It's because he tried to save this little girl. He couldn't pick up the rock. It's like it was crumbling, and he's trying to lift it up to save her, and he couldn't. So then he starts like hella working out, getting gains, and he starts shooting himself out. And then Alfred's like, "What the fuck?" But then he starts tweaking from it and going crazy. And I could see that being a thing. Like if they
And he
start,
tears a man in half
they
with his bare hands.
they could start off the movie where he's like injecting himself, where he's like hella stronger,
He's roided out.
and then
Finally got your buff Batman.
I hope.
and then all of a sudden, you know, it's like, oh.
Can we get a Mexican guy to play Bane if Bane comes in? It seems only
Who
appropriate,
would that
right?
be? Can you think of anybody?
But
Is Bane
It doesn't
big?
have to be somebody that looks a certain way because you could just put him in a mask. So you just gotta get a
Batista
good
has said he
voice.
wants to play Bane.
But I mean, like in the comics, is he like huge? You know, like
Yeah.
Hulk's bigger
Gets
than people.
huge. That's
Yeah,
the thing
from
is
the
when he just
Venom
pumps the
stuff.
venom. But otherwise,
But he's still pretty buff.
he's about
guy.
the size of Jose Batista. He's about the size of a wrestler.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
a big dude though.
Like
He
6'3"
works out and
or
shit.
what?
But he's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, but he's not like
Bane-
he's not above human at that
but
level
it's-
until he gets the juice.
But when he gets
Okay.
the juice,
That's what I
it
wanna
more
know.
the
enhances.
juice, give me the juice.
It more
That's why they
enhances
come in a
his-
juice, baby.
It more enhances his like adrenaline and strength and all that. But he's still a big dude. It doesn't like in the Batman Kilmer Clooney movie. It's a skinny little dude, and they put him in a machine, and it
yeah.
makes him like this big ass wrestler.
I'm Steve Rogers.
Yeah, pretty much. So
He's so shiny when he comes out of that thing. Captain America is.
Yeah.
He's just like
sweating,
he's plumped
he
up.
comes.
Dude.
It's like Steve was such a beta male. He didn't even have chest hair at that age. He comes out with a bare chest, dude.
Yep. And
Or did they don't
Haley
get
Atwell,
burned
that
up?
wasn't even in the scene they say where she's like touching his chest. I was
They
like,
said
Wouldn't
she did it
you?
once.
I would have took Haley Atwell
I would've-
home that night.
Yeah. She's
But would you want
a babe?
other side? I'm talking about if you were in her position, would you?
Oh,
not
my hands would have went down his pants.
dude. We already asked.
Are you
just
hairless?
Find that picture on
Are
the
you
internet.
hairless here
Do
too?
the curtains match the drapes?
Does the curtains match her pubes?
Disgusting.
Yeah.
He comes out with pants though.
Yeah, I know.
Why does he still have pants but no chest hair? Does
Wait,
he have it?
you mean no shirt?
If
Did he go in with a tank top?
Okay, so here's what I'm saying.
No.
Is basically he has to be he has to be like a soy boy, right? This sounds bad. He's got to be like low T because at that age you'd have to have chest hair, right? I was basically his age. I have chest hair, right?
Well, he's like, yeah, he's in his like mid 20s.
Or it's that it burned off in the experiment, but it can't have because he
'Cause
still's got his
hair.
hair and he's still got his pants.
Maybe they shaved him
people
before he
just-
went in.
Yeah, some people just don't grow that much hair.
You seen that?
And then he's oily. You're not going to see those little like fuzzy hairs.
I think he was sweating when he was in there.
No, that's oil. They definitely oiled him. They babied oil.
yeah, but I think they're supposed to make it like he's.
I don't know
like,
how we started talking about fucking Chris Evans oiled pecs.
How did we?
Put a picture of the pecs right here, Ernie.
No.
Those sexy pecs.
No. But he is a man in phenomenal shape for that role.
Yeah? Why, you too insecure about your sexuality to call that man sexy?
Are you?
No, I just did.
I mean, he's pretty sexy. That is America's ass.
That is America's ass.
Would you take him
Thank
over?
God he's not Canadian. Holy
Would you take him over Ryan Reynolds, Canadian?
Yes, because he's not Canadian.
Oh.
He's trying to pack his car down at the fucking park. He's trying to go down to fucking, I can't remember the name of the Sox park. He's trying to park his car at the Sox, eh? Go down to the fucking
Who
bay
did you
and park
become?
your car.
I said, yeah, eh?
I know. You
What about
someone else.
What about you, eh? Rootin' a boot, eh?
I was going to go back to the Bane casting because they said...
Get Rey Mysterio's son.
God, that dude needs to lift some weights. They say Bane's like Latin American. Like,
Yeah.
he's like
a
light skinned Mexican
Yeah.
looking dudes,
It
like
could be
I
Spaniard.
think he's
Salvadorian.
half American.
Spaniard would not be.
Latin America.
Yeah, correct.
That means Spain, dummy.
Because I don't think he's like tan.
Where do you think Spain is?
There's some pretty white Mexican
in the
people.
plains.
The plains of what?
There's some pretty white Mexican people.
Yeah,
Canelo
they're-
Alvarez?
Yeah, there you go. Like
He's a
got red
ginger.
hair.
Yeah,
He's
that's
also one of the greatest
Mexican.
boxers.
when my beard goes out, I get red eventually.
I get red hairs,
He
too.
doesn't speak a lick of English. That's
a lick.
a lick.
I wanna
He's not
learn
like
different
Triple G
languages.
though. Triple G's the man.
You love Commissioner.
Golovkin?
Yeah, Triple G's the man, bro. I never seen somebody land so many body shots and just take people to their knees off of just body shots, dude.
I don't watch boxing that much.
Dude, Triple G's so good, dude.
I watch.
He literally
MMA.
he'd hit people in the stomach, pause for about a second, and they just crumble.
Oh wow.
And like getting basically knockdowns off of gut punches is quite the thing, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I think he should have won with Canelo, but they tied. They won. I think he won one. Canelo won one. And they tied the last one, or they gave it to Canelo. Triple G.
You like Commissioner Gordon a lot.
I do. I really like this. Well, I like his relationship with Batman. He gets to the point where they're like so buddy. He's like pounding on his chest, like, get yourself the fucking together, man. Like,
That's
pull
cool.
your shit together. And I like that. He's like a coach. He's like Batman's coach, right?
Yeah, I get that.
Again, they don't really establish how this all happened, so it's kind of just weird to me. Like, how the fuck are you cool enough to just?
Sorry, the movie couldn't be 4 hours and having a whole extra hour to explain every little.
They
detail
cut out
of the movie.
could cut out a little bit to be like, when I took you about a year ago back and let you be in blah blah blah, like
What?
some.
I wonder.
They
how
do talk about when they
trusting-
started working together.
When you saved my son's life and I trusted you.
His crazy son, who ends up being a serial killer.
When?
Isn't that what happens to Gordon's son?
I don't think so.
I thought.
I'm pretty sure he does.
Really? So Barbara had a brother?
Yes. Jim Gordon's not a very loyal husband.
Ooh.
He's a good husband.
He's not. No.
Man,
And-
is there an app that I can like start reading comics?
Comic store.
You have
Comixology.
an app.
I have the Marvel app that doesn't
Comixology.
have Batman on it.
Comixology, I think you can.
Okay.
I
will pay
but like he
cash.
takes him into that little corner. He's like yelling at him, kind of. He's like, "You're gonna have to hit me," and then Batman hits the fuck out
I
of him.
love that.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
I thought you were gonna hold back. I did hold back.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was pretty
That's
smooth.
that there are some weird moments like that where there's like some jokes in this fucking.
That's the odd thing was there was
But they're
no,
like natural.
there was no little pun. So I thought, okay,
Yeah.
he-
Thumb drive.
Yeah.
And then Gordon's
that
like,
wasn't
this guy
meant to be
thinks he's-
funny.
But Gordon's like, oh, this guy thinks he's clever, right?
Yeah.
But I thought it was,
hilarious.
I thought it was funny, dude. Like I said, I look in my when I was watching my buddy, I looked at my buddy and went, dude, that's actually kind of
In the middle of the theater, you're like,
because Batman goes to the
Dude,
fucking.
that was
he
kinda
knows
funny.
he knows it's in the car, right?
I feel
And
like it was a
to
dad
the-
joke.
But he knows it's in the car, right? And he not telling Gordon anything. He's like, look for a flash drive, and Gordon's like, why? And he grabs the thing and it's got the thumb on. He's like, thumb drive, and Gordon's like, ugh. And that's like the reaction the audience has, and I thought that was pretty clever.
oh, this guy.
Yeah, he's good.
Everyone in the crowd was like, oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, when I saw what's his name? Dang, I can't think of his name in it.
Danny Elfman.
No,
I don't know why that name came to me.
The
He-
boss, or
he-
the mob guy. I can't think of his
Falcone?
name. Falcone, yeah.
The fucking Turturro.
Yeah.
John Turturro. The
I
Toots.
was definitely pointing at the screen, like,
Leo meme.
Yeah,
You're like, wait,
This is the guy from fucking.
Zohan.
It's the guy from fucking Transformers.
What the
bro.
fuck is his name from Zohan?
I don't remember.
He's the Iranian guy.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's the. God, he has like, oh, it's killing me. Because you don't kill the Zohan. The Zohan's alive. That's what Rob Schneider's telling them. I want a Moken Token restaurant for myself. No.
So
I want one PP touch. No. But I can't think of his name.
He's also Jesus.
Yes.
He's Jesus in
He's a great fucking
Big
actor.
Lebowski. You ever seen the Big Lebowski?
He's in Anger
I have
Management, Adam Sandler movies. He's in a lot of Adam Sandler movies, actually.
little group of buddies. How good was your version? Am I allowed to say that?
My version of what?
Of your the Batman.
It was good. Like I said, always when I watch
Ernie's legal version that he went to go see in the movie theater.
when I watch anything like that, it's always good enough to get by.
We watched the Endgame that way.
No way.
But that was like fucking.
That's because nobody else would go see Endgame with me.
No, it was 3 days before it came out. Though.
Oh, yeah, that's
so we were like, "This is dope," and we turned the fucking couch and
And then we
had
watched the movie and we were like,
computer.
wow, what the fuck? What just happened?
Yeah, I was.
We were slightly unsatisfied at our first viewing, I feel like.
I was happy, but it's the same way I feel now. It's like
Tony's dead. No.
there's a lot of things that shouldn't have happened in that movie.
Caps it. But we got that great cap line. No, I don't think I will.
Joe Biden.
Did I ever tell
I
you
like
a
saying
guy?
that.
I was managing a guy at work, and I told him, "Oh yeah, your shift's this is. I'm gonna need you to come in this time or whatever." And he's like, "No." He sent me that picture. No, I don't think I will. I just
Damn.
fired him the next day. I was like, "What the fuck?" The guy didn't show up for like 4 shifts anyways. I was like, "Dude, you just fired. What the fuck? You can't."
You should have sent him a meme back about him being fired.
Well, his girlfriend broke up with him, and he fell into a huge depression because he's a pussy that puts all
Whoa,
stock.
that
in everything.
was a left turn if I've ever heard
I
one.
don't give a fuck. What the fuck?
that was a telenovela.
if you don't have a kid with a girl
No, I'm just saying that
and you
was
break up with a girl and you let her fucking ruin your whole life, that's on you, homie.
Dang. I guess he just hasn't experienced it.
You don't know that heartbreak.
Fucking love is for pussies, bro.
You don't know what it's
Whoa.
like.
I
you're
only
not
need
looking
the
for love,
I
what
only
are you
need the
doing?
metaphysical, life-giving, vital force named Prana to keep me going, bro. Energy from the universe,
He's talking
bro.
about Cortana. Just kidding.
He said, "What is
I got my
love?
third eye open, bro.
What is love?"
Baby, don't hurt me.
That
Don't
song
hurt
could teach
me.
you a lot.
No, it can't. It's like the same 3 lyrics over and over again.
Don't hurt me. That sounds like you having sex with a cat.
What?
No,
How would you know what having sex with a cat sounds like?
I can't confirm or deny how I know that.
As Ernie's lawyer, he has chose to plead the fifth. Thank you.
I thought Colin Farrell was amazing as Penguin,
Dude, I still don't know.
but
who
he's
that
just
is.
a mobster.
You don't know Colin?
I forgot to look him up.
That's the thing. Colin Farrell, if you look up a picture of me, be like, oh, because he's in everything.
Really?
But he
He's
looks
like the-
nothing like that.
he's like the
And he
handsome
talks
guy in a
nothing
lot
like
of
that.
things.
Throw 3 of them out there real quick. Maybe I can think of them.
I told you before, and I go, well, never mind. You're
I'll
not
just
gonna
pull them
know.
all up.
He was in the sequel to Minority Report, right, or in the first one?
I think he's.
Minority Report was, what, like 20 years ago?
No, he's in the sequel.
The sequel, and then
Him and I
Never watched the sequel.
I said he's fucking Bullseye in Daredevil.
yeah, he's Bullseye in Daredevil.
And he's
got-
like,
I don't
He's Irish?
remember seeing that.
Colin Farrell.
And if I did, it was like bits and pieces if I went over to your house.
He's in The Gentleman. He's in the Total Recall remake.
see, are you sure he's in Minority Report? He's in the first one.
I
dude.
just literally looked at the first 4 movies on his IMDb page. He's in Daredevil, like I said. He's in SWAT.
Oh yeah, I remember SWAT.
He's in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. They're in the case. That's where you find them. They're in his little case.
I don't watch that.
He's in the Dumbo remake.
I'd like to watch
Oh yeah, he's in the Dumbo remake. I didn't watch that.
He's
though.
in Winter's Tale.
These sound like a bunch of.
Yeah, he's in the
straight-to-Netflix.
original Minority Report.
Ooh, baby.
He's in Solace.
So he's got to be, what, like 45, 50?
He's probably between.
He's in The Way
close
Back.
to 50.
What does it say for his age?
How about you just show him the fucking picture?
Dude, he's in Crazy Heart?
The fuck is Crazy
I
Heart?
have no fucking clue.
These are all straight Netflix or
Yeah, he's
Hallmarks.
not a big actor, dude.
You just literally said he's in everything.
Doesn't mean he's a big actor. Pedro Pascal's in everything. He's not a big actor. Carl Urban is
That's
in
Mandalorian,
everything.
motherfucker.
Carl Urban's in everything, and he's
That's
not a big actor.
that's Butcher Boy.
No, that is Judge Dredd, sir. He was Judge Dredd long before he was ever Billy
he's
the
getting
Butcher.
season 3.
Okay.
Do you know what he is?
I have seen him.
Okay.
But I don't.
He's
I can identify that
Irish.
man.
It's like It's not like, oh, I know who Colin Farrell is.
Well, you don't know anything. So
I
shut
don't.
up.
I really don't. So okay.
So shut up. Get off this podcast. Get out of here.
He's really good in a lot of movies though. Like when I do watch him,
You know
especially
Christopher Walken. He's really good in a lot of movies.
He is.
he's Christopher Walken.
You know
in
Robert
every
De Niro.
movie. In every movie he's in, he's Christopher Walken though.
You know Robert De Niro.
You're right.
He's great in a bunch of movies too.
What do you think about that new?
Really, Murray?
Murray. What do you think about the new Nicolas Cage movie? Playing
We were
Nicolas Cage.
talking about that the other day.
Yeah,
I'm only
I'm
excited to
down.
see it because it's got Pedro Pascal in it. I think Pedro Pascal's a hilarious actor. He's just like
I like the fact that
weird
Nicolas Cage knows
character.
that his career is kind of in the shitter right now.
Yeah, he's become self-aware,
Yes.
which is the best.
is that like
That's the best.
fourth
But that's
wall?
the best thing you can reach, right? Is self-awareness of how shitty you are. Is the best. White power, really?
You're
Ernie?
doing this?
Is
No, I'm
that-
going like this. Doing the Italian primo
What?
Italiano stuff.
When did
Oh, you're
that,
going-
when did
that's
that
this.
become
You don't know
WP?
that?
I've heard it. I've heard that it's racist or whatever.
WP.
Oh my gosh. Garbage.
Wouldn't the P have to be like upside down?
No, the P is.
Who
this
came
is
up?
the
Who
standard.
came up with that? Let's
You
be
go
honest.
like this, and you go further down right here, and you spell something else.
Reddit convinced.
And then you can find the Goonies treasure when you go further.
Reddit convinced mainstream media to
Is that
believe
Adam
it.
Sandler?
I guess.
That's what it sounds like.
Reddit, no, 4chan convinced the media that it was a thing so much that
The white power people picked
actual
it up.
white nationalists started picking it up. Same with the Pepe thing. Like Pepe
cool.
was not racist. It just got
for
so popular that some people just snagged it and just ran with it.
We will take
ruined,
it and we will make this a white
ruined
trash,
it for
white
everybody.
racist thing.
Poggers. Can I get some poggers?
Oh my gosh.
Am I a little pog champ?
I hate
Adam,
racists.
you give me my little pog champ, okay?
What the hell? Pog champ? Pog? P-O-G?
I don't know what pog champ means.
Fat ass white girl.
No, that's
That's
P-A-W-G.
Pog.
We call her
You're
Pog.
right. You're right. But I was thinking of something else.
That's Pog.
Pog is
P-
play of the game.
Fat ass white girl. I mean,
Yeah. P-H. That's how fat it is with a P-H.
No, it's PAWG.
Yeah, it would be.
fat with a P-H.
What
Go-
would pog with PH be?
What's that?
Well, say pog with a PH sound.
No,
instead.
no.
No,
He's
just
talking
do it
about,
for me.
He's
The
talking about. He's
acronym.
talking about the '90s when it was like.
I know. I'm just
fat.
trying to get him to say.
Like Fat Farms. I know you had a couple.
I'm trying to
I don't
get
think I ever had fat farm.
Ernie. I'm trying to get him to say
I don't think you
a
did.
slur. Okay,
I never wore Timberlands in my life.
Ernie, say.
You can't wear fat farm without Timberlands.
God, I don't know.
And starters.
Tim's?
Tim's.
Are you talking about Tim's, bro?
Hey,
I told you, you got to watch the last Fast and Furious
Did you just? Did
where
you?
they're on a rooftop chase and Dom is in Tim's jumping around.
Did you just dead ass?
Step
Did
on
you
your
just
Timbs.
dead ass step? I'm a nut. I'm a nut because you dead ass step.
If you step on
If
his
you
Timbs-
dead ass step my Tim's, I'm a nut, bro.
Is that from something?
It is from something.
I don't know what it's from, but he always says it.
I was gonna say, are you really wearing Timberlands? 'Cause,
No,
I mean,
I don't own a pair of Tim's. I'm too short to wear
I
Tim's.
think
They
that's
look,
trying
They
too
look too
hard.
awkward on me.
trying too hard.
It's
That's
like
funny.
Combat boots don't look good on
I
me.
like to work,
I'm too small.
but I like to dress casual. It's kind of like that vibe.
Yo, he's got the Yankee with no brim. You ever see that video? It's an internet video of a guy who's got he's got a baseball hat without the brim.
What
It's a
the fuck?
Yankees
That's
hat.
that's called a big
And
ass
this-
yarmulke.
And this guy goes up to him in the video and he's like, "Yo, he got the Yankee with no brim." He's so
I
excited
put a
about
fucking
it.
little spinner on top
And
of
then
it.
everybody was posting different versions, like Yankee but all brim, and it was just like a visor that just goes all the way around.
I have to find this. Did he make it? I mean, they
I
don't
don't
sell
know.
hats
It just-
like
it-
that.
I think
They
it's just a
actually
video.
do sell weird hats like that. There's a guy that comes to my work and it looks like he has a hat without the bill.
And he sells corn with mayonnaise on it.
No, he's always in an orange jumper. So I mean, he could do that
From
on
the
the side. I
90s.
guess.
He
He's
broke out
wearing
of
a
jail.
brimless hat and an orange jumper.
He broke
What
out
a
of jail.
fucking
Dude, it's weird.
weirdo!
Like if you were to look at my hat and then
Dude, he's gonna watch this
podcast.
podcast, by the way.
Probably and then kill me.
He's gonna kill all of us.
Yeah, because
He's
he
gonna
broke out of
strangle.
jail.
He's gonna strangle us with his orange jumper.
He's gonna tape all over our faces. He'd be like, "You need justice," because he's got the orange jumpsuit on. You know he broke out.
Hmm.
What does he sell though?
He comes and gets this stuff called GeoGrid.
That sounds like a supervillain thing. I don't know.
He's building the fucking country in the middle of the ocean.
No, you got to use it to like lay cement on it. It's
That
weird.
sounds like he's building
Anyway,
a country in the
that's
middle
so
of the
far off.
ocean.
You might be right.
I know. China's trying it.
If there could be superheroes like Batman just walking among us, there could be villains just walking among us.
There are villains walking among us. Have you heard
His
of?
name's Putin.
I don't know. Hitler, Putin,
Kevin Spacey.
not the guy, the food.
Kevin Spacey. That's my baby. You like Kevin Spacey?
I'm trying to think of.
What is his line in Usual Suspects? What's his like line at the end of the movie? He says something.
Oh,
It's kind of in the same essence of you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight.
it's the greatest trick the devil ever
Pulled was the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Yeah,
That's a sick fucking
Thanks for
line.
taking
You
my
just had to
purpose.
jump. You just jump my memory.
You're like
another monster. Another of history's greatest villains.
Kevin Spacey in real life or Kaiser Sose?
Pudding popping.
Oh, yeah, that's another super villain.
Yes.
Can you imagine him being like a Doom? Just
I'm
in his
telling
chair?
you, Lex Luthor, bro. Lex Luthor's fucking Jeff Bezos.
We were talking about that. We were watching.
He's got his power suit and everything. We just gotta wait for
we had
Superman.
CNN on. Remember that Russian guy that got poisoned with acid or some shit? Look it up. It happened, and he was like on a plane.
he got his face splashed with acid or something.
Something like
that?
on a plane. They tried to poison him, but it did something to his skin. I'm like, damn, that's a legit.
Is it like the guy from
What's that
fucking?
origin story?
Is that the guy?
Yeah. Huh?
That's like what's his name? Oh my god, who plays the killer in No Country for Old Men?
I've never seen that movie.
I know his name, but I can't think of it. Javier.
Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem.
He's in the James Bonds. He's in fucking Skyfall, and he like pulls off a mask and it shows his mutilated face after he
Dr.
tried
Doom.
to pop cyanide pills.
Well, like
That'll fuck you
CeeLo,
up.
when the phones were blowing up.
CeeLo, the rapper?
Yeah, his phone blew up on his face, so he showed up.
Wait, what are you?
He showed up to the VMAs or whatever, and he was wearing a gold medal mask. And
Wait, when did phones start blowing up? In
You
people's
remember?
face?
Do you remember that when the phones were blowing
When
up?
was that? In like the fucking 60s?
I think it was Samsung, right?
Samsungs were blowing up.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's that lithium ion battery, bro. We got to get those superconductors up, man.
and it
Dude,
did it
yeah,
to
I
CeeLo, and it like hurt him.
And like,
so he showed up with like a iron like. They're like, damn, they turned him to supervillain.
He's Destro?
Dude, he looked like, and he did an all gold suit. I'm like, damn, he turned to a supervillain overnight. Like shit like that happens, man. We just gotta hope it doesn't happen to Elon Musk or someone that got money. Then all of a sudden we got a real
Elon Musk
Doctor
just
Doom.
putting a fucking he loses an arm now. He's got a flamethrower arm. His heart's just a Tesla coil.
That was a good one. I'm not gonna lie.
It's about to be out. Charge.
No, you don't need to charge it because it works. This is-
Solar powered.
This fucking
It's
this
a
joke.
plug that he plugs into himself.
No, this joke's about to go way over your head. It's not a DC, it's AC, so you can just send it over the waves.
Over my head. Go ahead. Why?
I was gonna say.
Do you know the difference between AC and DC is?
It's a great band.
Alternate
Split in half.
current and direct current.
You know the main difference between, besides the way the current actually flows.
It's when Jesus before Jesus died and after Jesus
Basically,
died.
when they were doing the electronics race, when it was Tesla and Edison was in favor of direct energy. Tesla in favor of alternating. Direct
who?
current, alternating current.
Tesla
right?
versus Edison?
Yes. So Tesla invented the Tesla coils, and
I didn't know Edison was still alive.
What do you mean?
This isn't a thing. Tesla died long before Edison even died,
I'm
and that
joking.
happened a million years ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to talk about science, bitch.
Whoa.
Science.
Where does that break down into Batman? I'm just kidding.
Where does science break down to Batman? I don't know.
Well, see,
No, you
what
said
happens is we go on
electric.
tangents.
You
but
can-
I let the tangents go for a while, then I bring us back because I already know where I'm.
Until he goes on his tangents, and then I try to bring him back, and he just fucking.
and I
ignores
don't
me.
listen. I'm just like, yeah, yeah, keep going.
Are you the wild card? You just cut the brakes.
Wild card, bitches.
I got the brakes fixed after he cut them, so that's my favorite one. Is when he does it again, and they just keep driving because they fixed the brakes, and they're like,
Always
"We knew that
funny
was
reference.
I need
Pepe
to start
Sylvia,
watching
the
that. It's a pretty good
names.
show.
Pepe Sylvia. There's no Pepe Sylvia. Yes, all those people exist, and they want their mail really bad.
Yeah.
They're bleeding this company like a stuffed pig. Sorry, that's my.
I'm just saying you're gonna keep going. Adam's gonna
Yeah.
be lost. But go ahead. Tell your
You know
AC/DC.
it. Oh, the AC/DC thing. Alternating
Back in
current can
black.
be sent. Tesla attempted to prove that alternating current can be sent wirelessly.
Mhm.
So you would never
do know
need.
that.
Yeah, you'd never need to plug into anything. But then he was.
It was free
Then
energy
he.
too.
Yeah, he promoted.
Then he
free
was
energy.
murked.
He died, and all of his notes were basically lost. So.
That sounds like a little bit of
Yes, Edison probably killed him, or the government did because they wanted to monetize energy.
yeah. I mean, so speaking of that, what's next, villains?
Tesla, just the guy. He's coming back with his mustache. He's like, Gentleman Ghost.
Robbie Rotten,
That's.
Lazy Town.
I know. It just breaks my heart. The guy's dead.
Oh yeah, I
He
forgot
died
about
of cancer.
that. Don't care. No, you ever watch Lazy Tail?
We are number one.
You should have, because you should be old enough like me that we don't know it. I only see it for memes.
What is it?
Let me tell you.
It's a weird show.
Trickery.
Lazy Tail. They're all these little
There are
rubbery dolls.
3 human characters and the rest are puppets.
But everyone's like
There's a
into the little
It's
girl.
a French show, by the way.
It's a little girl that's like 12 and
Is it
like
creepy?
No,
People make it's kind of weird
the
because it's got
characters look
weird.
creepy. The puppets,
The puppets look kind of weird, but
they're very rubbery looking. But
some adults don't like that show because they like the perv on that fucking 12-year-old.
Yeah,
That's
it's really
fucking weird.
It's really,
it
really
is.
gross.
But the guy who plays Robbie Rotten was a fucking gangster, and he sadly passed away from cancer. And may God rest his soul.
What was he always trying to do? Make them lazy?
Yes,
Because it's Lazy
he
Town.
wanted to ruin what's his name?
Sporticus.
Sporticus.
Yeah.
What a dumb name.
Yeah, that's the other human. He was like their superhero, and he was Sporticus.
He had a little fucking tweedly mustache.
But anyways, everyone's all like fucking like they better not forget that there's more hero or villains than Two-Face, Bane, and blah blah blah.
Clayface.
But it's like, how do you do Clayface in that world? That's the hardest thing.
You just do it. You just pull the Band-Aid off. You just fucking do it.
Because you got to do like
Why not?
you got to make Batman already into a fantasy world in a way, like
Yeah.
where things like this can happen. This world doesn't look like that shit can happen.
Who knows?
Like we've talked before, Killer Croc.
Did Nolan's world ever seem that way?
No, that's why they said he was never going to be able to do Clayface. He was never going to be able to do Scarecrow. Worked, so they could do Scarecrow, but we already got Scarecrow. People want to see new villains. That's the thing. There's just,
Condiment
So
King.
give me a new villain besides Clayface. Oh, that's right. Killer Moth.
it's Kite Man. You know, Kite Man's getting his own show.
Hell yeah.
I'm so excited.
Wait, animated?
Yeah,
Yes.
It's from
Let's
the-
go, King.
it's from the Harley Quinn.
Let's go, King. Get yourself some.
I think Hush would be a good way to do things. Court of Owls.
They did Hush, basically.
That wasn't Hush though. Hush
But they
didn't do that.
basically did Hush.
I mean, I guess because he was after Bruce Wayne, but he knew he was going to.
Bruce
But my thing is, okay, so I think the next one's going to deal with him wanting to find out who his parents' killer is.
I thought it was.
No, because you were saying that you think he's going
It
to
could
fix
be
it.
No Man's Land too, though.
They need more villains because No Man's Land.
That's what I'm saying, though. They set up the Penguin to sort of be like this.
Well, he's getting his own show now.
I get or a movie.
No, it's a series on HBO.
Oh, I thought they were giving him a show, then a movie.
So if they give him his own show, they're going to set up all his rise, and he might be in the next Batman. But
Cackling like a fucking madman.
I
That
think-
scene's great. He's driving. He's just like, I got him. I got him.
But with No Man's Land, you need a bunch of different villains taking over properties, basically, or areas.
Could be gangs. It could be villains. It could
But it'd be a waste of
Could
a
be the
time if you did it
cops.
without it. The cops do take it. Gordon takes his group, and in No Man's Land, Batman isn't around, which is good. But of course, we're not going to follow the comic.
I can make that happen.
We're not going to make. We're not going to follow the
Shoot
comic.
Robert
of that.
Pattinson.
Jesus. I think what they're going to do is have him try to find the killer of his parents.
What do you think about Robert Pattinson?
Robert Pattinson.
Yep. Robert Pattinson.
Pattinson.
Oh yeah.
It's like Batflick
That was the shit people
or
come
Bat
up with.
Kilmer.
What did you guys think?
Everything's like Bat Keaton. Him as Bruce was really hard for me.
Wait.
Because I think he looked so young, it was hard. It wasn't his acting. It was just he was young looking. He looked so baby faced.
The hair.
The hair was bad. He had
The
that
hair did not help.
very thin hair, not groomed.
It reminded me
I'm
of
just
Spider-Man
a
3.
teen. in
Spider-Man
my-
3, he's just like...
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that kid dancing at
I'll
that,
pay
that
rent when you
video?
fix my damn door.
That kid that's like dancing
pizza
in a
time.
party, and he's doing the dead on Peter Parker dance, and I'm like, how's no one noticed? And then literally probably like 2 weeks later, people were like matching them together. It's a little kid, like 5, and he's smacks it, throws it up. He does the exact same. It's fucking precious.
So I'm not saying that I'm a detective, but I did play a lot of LA Noire.
I always wanted to play that game.
Dude, it's free on Xbox Pass. I love
I'm
that
gonna
game.
press X to doubt.
Yep.
Is
I'm
it
getting
is it
accused.
is it that fun where you get to like really?
Dude, you have to look at people's faces and see
It
like
was one of the first games to use mocap on the face.
like they like if somebody says something to you, they you know, like either like
You
look
gotta punch him in
away.
the dick.
Yeah. You have to go around the place. And
There's
inspect
a
things.
Punisher game where you can like do that, right?
This is
PS3 where you can hang
nothing.
them over and question them and shit.
This
No,
is
it's
nothing-
like it's like being cops.
Yeah, dude, it's
You can't
it's
like
a slow
you're not
paced
like
game.
fighting people in the street or anything. You,
I know you.
There is a
no,
it's not
shootouts.
GTA, but on the other
it's
side.
not police brutality.
It
thank
is made
God.
by Rockstar Games though.
You mean police reality? Oh, we're getting political.
Welcome to Political Podcast.
Offered the best there wasn't because that's how I feel about the government. Whoa.
So you're impressed with this detectiveness?
Yeah, the music.
It was weird how much they actually focused a lot on it, but it was only certain aspects.
But he's like always staring at stuff, and he doesn't feel obligated to explain himself to anybody else.
I
like the guy's like,
I didn't like that he was so like chill with being around the cops.
But I like
because cops were like, get him out of here, and he's just like
and
standing
then
there, and he's like,
that guy's hilarious because he comes back at the end. He's the guy who's guarding the
You're right.
Riddler stockpile,
And
and he's
that-
like, holy shit.
that
He's like, what's up, Batman?
that character was who they cast. The guy that plays Joker was cast as that guy. His name is like Lieutenant or Officer
Sanchez?
Merkel or something.
They're always Officer Sanchez.
But they changed it.
Ramirez, get to the
Because
burger
I think at
town.
the end he's called unnamed cellmate. But they did have the deleted scene where he goes and talks to him. That's going to
But,
get released. Joker fits, I think, amazingly in this world.
But I like the.
But I don't know if that guy could play Joker well enough. Who knows?
He looks like Joker. The
Does he?
Joker.
I could barely.
Yes,
see it.
you haven't seen Eternals, bro.
That's why
I've seen the guy's face. I've written
wait, who's
videos
playing-
on this.
Who's playing Joker.
I showed the video of
Would you
him.
like to answer his fucking question instead of continue your little rant at me? Answer his question. Who plays the? I don't know his name.
You said he's from the Eternals.
Yes,
Billy Cohan.
he plays Druid.
I believe.
Oh, that's Druid. No way, really?
Yeah.
Billy.
The Irish
His
one.
brother spoiled it like fucking 4 months ago, and then
If
Levi
you-
spoiled it like 2 months ago.
If you watch Press Best, where I do little rumors and shit, I actually found an image that someone got of him
You
as the
found it?
Joker. I found someone's image that they found.
You found it. You discovered this.
I wasn't
in
in
an
the-
ancient tomb. You were like, oh my god.
I wasn't in the pre-screenings where this guy took a picture of it, but you could tell that it's him, and they did do something with his makeup a little bit, but he does have like curlier, like looks like almost orangish hair, but it looks like at the end how his hair looks like,
like
where it's
Cassius.
kind of like, yeah, it kind of looks like that.
Wait, Cassius.
Oh, they're saying
Cletus Cassidy.
Cletus Cassidy.
I don't know why I said
knew
Cassius.
I was about to
Cassius
say
Clay.
I was about to say that, like Cassius Clay. Yeah,
yeah, like Muhammad Ali.
We all just went along with it.
I was about to
like
say
Kareem
that.
Abdul-Jabbar.
We have fun.
What is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's real name again?
Meta World Peace.
Ernie Johnson?
Is it really?
No.
Sometimes I forget Ernie Johnson's black.
So, yeah, the detective part of this movie
Sip.
was very interesting to me because, like, it actually focused on a lot of parts of the room, not just Batman talking and figuring out stuff.
What sucks is you never played Arkham, and you played Arkham, right?
Yes, we talked about this.
So like I said, it gave me that vibe of like when you turn on your.
Well, he doesn't really do detecting in Arkham because you're obligated to do that detecting, and most
But you're
players,
Batman.
most people are morons, though, including myself.
But
so-
you hit the blue thing, and you could kind of look at handprints.
Yeah, but that's not really how,
footprints.
like, this is like way more in depth because he's actually paying attention. Like, there's a scene where he looks at something, and then one of the CSI people sees it, and they're like,
goes over
they
and
go over
takes a
and
picture. You might not have seen that in your version.
Idiot.
And then what really bugged me was like one of his eyes kept like twitching, and it was opened up wider than the other one. It was just so weird. It was just like
I didn't see it either. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
maybe one of Adam's eyes were open, so he's seeing one of the images more clearly.
Weren't you
looking down at
a
something.
little under the influence when you saw one of the times?
Yeah, it was about 6 vodka and tonics back.
No, not that much. Dang, I just wanted to relax. Sheesh.
Yeah,
you got
but you're
fragged.
you're like, yeah, and he was coming off the screen. His eye kind of looked like Uncle Ruckus.
I think that was
No,
a
it's
whole.
not, it's not that exaggerated. Jesus. It's
pretty
just-
sure it was a 3D or something. I don't know.
You could reach out and touch and feel his fucking beard and everything. I just felt his
He didn't have a
cock.
beard.
Yeah, he
Grizzly
did have a
Adams
beard.
did have a beard.
Wait, he was talking to me about the black on his eyes because we're talking about this one's like. He's like, would you call it like grunge? I
It's
go
mascara.
I was like, you could call it grunge over emo because Crystal's like, my wife is like, he looks so emo in this. I'm like, he kind of does, because Robert Pattinson has that emo vibe, but with the
he gets that from the Twilight, bro.
but no, he still kind of has that vibe.
So,
but anyways, she's talking about.
Disagree. I don't think he was very.
Someone was like he's
not very emo-y in Harry Potter.
he's barely in Harry Potter though, right?
He's in the whole fucking fourth movie, which is like
not the
or the
whole
third
movie,
movie.
not the whole movie.
He dies at the end.
Yeah, he does die at the end.
I'm not
but
saying he's like
there's-
consistently in the movie. The movie's called Harry Potter. It's got Harry Potter through the whole movie. Specifically that one,
Harry
too.
Potter and Robert
And the
Pattinson.
Goblet of Fire.
That was funny.
That's
His
the
name
next
is
movie.
Cedric Diggory.
What'd you just call me?
Cedric Diggory.
Excuse me, what did you just call me?
Cedric Diggory.
Is that what his name is?
That is what his name is.
It's sad that I don't watch any of that, and that you don't know who fucking Colin Farrell is, but you do Robert Pattinson's character in Harry Potter.
Dude, because all the girls are going like crazy over him when I was in high
He's
school.
hella hot. I mean, what?
Team Edward. Cullen.
So then at that time you're like,
Hashtag I know.
I'm gonna watch I'm gonna watch Harry Potter. That's nothing to do with that, Edward.
Wait,
Did you
wait,
guys
wait.
know in that Twilight movies that Jacob imprints and has a...
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
The baby?
Yes, it's disgusting.
It's disgusting, right?
What?
Can't wait till that.
What?
Yeah, see,
Okay.
because I had never seen it.
I've never seen it either. I just found
No,
this out.
I've like, I'm on the internet.
So yes, so there's
I'm on-
this thing in the Twilight
that's my
universe where
thing.
werewolves will
I'm
imprint
there.
on a person and they'll like become their friend, then they'll become like their caretaker, then their friend, then like their lover, and then they're in a relationship together.
But sometimes
and he
they-
imprints.
But sometimes
on
they do it at a
Bella's
normal age.
Kid. Yes, sometimes they imprint it like
He
teenagers.
imprints when she's pregnant, right?
No, he sees the baby and he's like,
Oh.
I want to fuck that.
He imprints on the baby, so it's like, I think Robert Pattinson's character Edward, he has a problem with that, right?
Yeah.
They're like, dude, you're already like
clearly, by the way, once again, never seen this movie. Team Edward all the way, because Jacob's a fucking weirdo, man.
yeah.
I mean, Edward's a fucking weirdo too. But
So
if I
anyway,
had to
the
pick-
werewolves, I guess they do imprint
Can you do
or
that
some shit.
that little thing where that guy's like,
Oh, the guy that,
the guy that closes
Yeah.
eyes and opens it. That's
the blinking guy
yeah,
meme. I
guy-
seen him interviewed. I forgot what he did it for. He said, but it's just funny. All those. Memes
you ever seen
are
that the groundhog? The dun dun dun.
Dun.
That's from a Japanese game show.
Yeah, totally.
hella weird.
Oh yeah, you could tell.
And that poor groundhog. It's just like because he's like looking around.
I thought
like,
you meant like you knew they ate him afterward. I thought that's where you were going. Like my poor.
No, I knew that groundhog. That was my grandfather.
that's weird.
It was my family.
So you must
lineage
be
is
related to
weird.
Peter Pettigrew.
What?
This fool's
Dude,
pulling
that's-
out shit
yeah,
that
that's
I don't
Potter.
know.
That's Harry Potter, man. I like Harry Potter.
The Azkaban. You and Lucas, man. Harry Potter's lame.
Okay, thanks.
Harry Potter's for those losers. Now let's talk about Star
Magic
Wars.
the Gathering.
You should play
I like-
Magic
Dude, I'll give it a shot.
Friday nights, dude. That's
But
all you need.
I feel like I don't have that much strategy. My strategy is like really aggro and
There's-
maybe control.
There's both.
Well, no one says you
I
had to be
understand
good at
that.
Magic.
Huh?
No one said you had to be good at it.
Well, I'm not gonna want to play and just get my booty kicked.
Do you
Gotta
do
keep
anything
PG.
where you don't get your booty kicked?
Yeah,
You play Call of Duty?
yeah, and I do pretty good.
Warzone?
Warzone, yeah.
He's fucking. He's
I
fucking.
smell a bet.
He's
I-
fucking.
I'm
She's
not
all that.
I'm not saying that I place first all the time.
He's not winner chicken dinner.
If you're not
Like,
first, you're last.
Yeah, I play a lot of Battlefield.
What movie's
5.
that from?
That is from Talladega Nights.
Hey, we
I
brought
don't-
it all the way around. Full circle.
I don't remember saying that. I was drunk half the time.
Shaking.
What does that even mean? If you're not first, you're last. You could be second, third,
fourth. He was for a while too. But yeah, I think again
But
back
you
to what I was
should never
saying.
end a statement with, but yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah.
I think he's because he's really perplexed about they don't know who killed his parents because
Could have been anybody.
well that's the whole thing, and that's I don't think they're going to be like, oh, it's Joe Chill.
It was that court of the owls.
Alfred's going to be like, I think honestly,
It was the court. It's these owl guys.
I think okay,
These
so
zombie dudes with the owls masks.
okay,
It was
so
them.
okay,
I need to read up on the Court of Owls.
before we wrap up on
I have the book in my car if you want to.
yeah that I gave him, and he doesn't give a shit about. So
I read
you
it.
might as well take it.
I read it when I'm on my fucking breaks. What the fuck?
How many times can you read it? You freaking not smart person.
I get 10 minutes to read it. It's still a reasonably thick book. I started
Dude,
like a
give me 5 minutes in the toilet. I'll knock that shit out.
Dang.
Out of the
But
park.
the difference between me and you is I linger on each panel because I really want to fully absorb what I'm reading. I'm not just trying
That
to
was
power
poetic.
through it.
I know.
The way
He
he
just
said
like
it was
sits there
like-
and he's like,
That was
In
super
awe.
poetic.
Yeah. Art's amazing, man.
so
That's what makes us human.
when they want to get the Talons, they get orphans. Because in the book, Nightwing was supposed to be a Talon. But when Batman took him in as an orphan, the Owls never got a chance to.
Who is Nightwing? What is his character's name?
Dick
Grayson?
Grayson?
Okay. Because there's always been been a couple different Batmans, right? Different couple.
There's never been another
Robins.
Nightwing, though.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Robin.
Has there been another Batman? Outside of it just being one of the Robins?
Oh,
The
right?
Batman of Zerta. That's right.
Azrael is kind of Batman, but he
Okay,
was like
He was
mecha
trained by
Batman.
like a religious cult to be Batman, though.
I'm
right?
sorry.
He was training with Robin a lot. It's really awkward. If you watch, or I have the,
Azrael
you-
seems like an intense dude.
you got to read Nightfall, where Batman gets his back broken, and it's just weird because he's just pumping sweat the whole time with Robin, like I'm good to go, and he has like a blonde ponytail and shit. But he ends up going fucking too much, too hard, and then Batman's got to put him back in his place.
There's a great episode of Batman the Brave and the Bold where Aquaman, Plastic.
You know Aquaman
Man-
fucks fish.
Fuck you, Barry.
Have you don't watch Peacemaker, right?
I have not watched that yet.
I do. Have you seen Suicide Squad?
Yes, I have. I
didn't-
talked to you about it.
Oh, I didn't care for him that much,
yeah,
but
we
it's
got
okay.
into that like heated discussion.
You mean the Suicide Squad?
The Suicide Squad, the one with
I've
John
seen
Cena.
both of them.
Well, I highly recommend watching Peacemaker. That's a
highly
great
recommend
show.
the first Suicide Squad movie.
Shut the fuck
Are you serious?
up.
No, what the
I feel
fuck?
like you're being a hippie right now, or
I
hipster.
watched that fucking movie in theaters and I wanted to vomit. The movie sucks, dude.
It
Movie's
does.
I do want to see the Robert Harris cut though.
Not me, honey. I'm beautiful. That's probably the best line.
Who,
in my opinion.
Croc?
What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad?
Oh, we the Patsies. Thanks, Will Smith.
My least favorite part of that movie is there's a goddamn song every 5 minutes.
It's Killer.
Miles. And that's how the movie opens
They
up on
play
Belle
with that?
Reeve. Yeah, when they go on Belle Reeve, it's the rage.
That's a great song.
You know what that
How's
song's
it-
about?
Dying.
It's about a whorehouse in New Orleans.
Killer Croc
Oh.
wanting BET was a little much for me.
Wait, Killer Croc doing what? I'm sorry.
He wanted BET. Like, that was one of his negotiation things when he got back to his
BET?
BET.
Oh, I got you.
Black Entertainment Network.
Oh,
Black Entertainment TV.
Television. Black Entertainment Television.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
sorry, I have no frame of reference for any of that,
Well, sorry. But,
given my complexion and all that.
yeah, you're on
That's
just
no.
white TV.
I'm just on CNN and MSNBC all the
Fox
time.
News.
No, I'm not that kind of white person.
Tucker Carlson.
Cartoon Network. Oh, that's me.
Everybody loves Cartoon Network, but
I
that's
do
fine.
too. I love Craig of the Creek. I just recently started watching that. It is a great show.
What?
Craig of the Creek.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Are you serious, dude?
What's Craig?
I probably haven't.
So, like,
I haven't watched Cartoon Network consistently since regular show ended.
He goes to the
Whoa!
creek. He goes to the creek and he just plays and they like imagine stuff and just like I think it was.
Is it aimed more for kids or is it over
I
the
would say
head?
so.
It's Cartoon Network, man.
Well, no, like regular show and shit's aimed for kids, but it's over the head
Dude,
a lot.
regular show is over the head of adults most of the time. That's
Because
just hella weird.
a lot of regular shows like 90s, 80s, like
I
It's
didn't
like
get to watch
literally all 80s references, dude.
I didn't
like the
watch
weird,
that at all. I
regular
wanted
shows
to.
so fucking
like the
good.
weird piano guys.
Well, even-
that Skip
even-
knows, you know, like the weird
even,
space guys, the David Bowie dude.
Even Gumball. I think Gumball's like
Gumball's good.
done
Gumball makes
really well.
but Gumball's references are so subversive of the general medium. Gumball literally had the bootleg Chinese version in their show. The people said, "Oh, you're gonna bootleg our show? Well, we're gonna bootleg your characters and put them into our show, and have a whole episode about how these are the same people."
I just think it's a smart show. But yeah.
That's that's what I said.
It's a really good show. I love that show.
Oh,
But
fuck.
I'll check out
It's not
Craig.
quite Adventure Time where it'll make you have like a fucking philosophical.
Adventure Time was good in the
Existential
beginning. Then it got too
crisis.
dark.
It's just about life, and it's just really
Same with Steven Universe. I loved the beginning of
Ugh.
Steven Universe, and then it got crazy.
got too liberal for Ernie.
It got too woke.
It
was
went
good.
woke and he went broke.
At this time, I wasn't watching cartoons anymore. I don't think I was really watching too much TV.
Damn.
I remember Generator Rex.
Do you want to talk about these times?
No,
the Saturdays?
just I was out and about.
I was living life. I was a cartoon.
Ben 10.
Jesus,
God,
we're
those
not gonna,
first two
we're not
seasons
gonna
of
go
Ben
over
10
all the
were
fucking
so
shit that you
good.
watch. I was
Dude,
just
it
talking
started
about
when an alien device did what
Scooby-Doo.
it did.
Where are
It
you,
stuck itself
Scooby-Doo?
upon his
Oh.
wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superhuman powers. He's no ordinary kid. He's Ben 10.
Yeah, that was like
I've
my
seen
brother Jake, who's been on the podcast. That was like him as a little boy watching it.
Yeah, but then the character grew up and there was a whole second season where
Yeah,
he's a teenager.
no one cared.
I'm pretty sure
It was
there's
a
plenty
cool.
of people
It was a
caring.
cool show.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I didn't see why they kept like he could only get 10 on his wrist.
Oh, they talk about it and they explain it because then
There's a whole lore.
No,
And I
because
feel like-
in the second season where he's an adult, he can just do whatever he wants basically.
That,
They
that
literally
was, that was the second season or a different show. I know.
second season.
so they okay. So it's all of the Ben 10 happens in the same universe. All of it, no matter what the animation style looks like, it's all the same thing. They literally
live action.
yes happens in the universe. That character shows up in the animated shows,
Whoa.
not as a live action version, as an animated version themselves, but they show up because the crux of Ben 10 is actually like a multiverse time plot where he has to like mess with time and go back and relive certain things and go to different. So all this shit.
I just feel like
it's
his
hella common.
what was his watch called?
The Omnitrix.
Yeah, Omnitrix. That's right. I just feel like a lot of episodes that shit was broken. It kind of felt like Dragon Ball Z with the fight lingering.
Oh,
on
you
so
mean
many.
you mean that it was broken as
You better
it
be
could,
careful what you say about Dragon Ball.
it
Z.
could get him out of any situation, kind of thing.
No, like it was like broken. He couldn't.
Well,
stay,
that's
he
a
couldn't
plot.
Stay in,
That's a plot point.
That's a plot point in everything, especially
Yeah.
like weekly serialized shows when it's like a because
Like
what that show was, it was a villain of the week show, right?
Like Spider-Man.
I didn't watch it that
Spider-Man
much.
has to run out of web fluid sometimes to make the story go a different direction.
Why
or his
would he?
powers have to be weird.
Oh.
Or
I'm just saying that's just a plot point.
I just felt like they overdid it. Like, come on now, can't work out the kinks. Second,
Guess
third
not.
time.
well, what's your
About the
favorite
fourth one.
animated show? So I can then shit on that.
Favorite? Okay, fine. Shit on Pokemon. I'm just kidding. It's not.
Pokemon's
Favorite animated show?
Pokemon is an awful.
Oh my
anime.
gosh, I used to like Chowder.
dude! I'm sorry, I can't shit on Chowder. Chowder's like one of my
Chowder's
favorite
good.
shows.
Dude, Chowder.
Marvelous
and then,
Misadventures of Flapjack.
Yep, I was just gonna say
Woo!
Flapjack.
Batman the animated series.
I didn't
Flapjack.
watch that.
Do
too
that
much.
thing. Do that thing they
so
like.
dark. So dark. It's just the first and second season. I recommend anyone to
What?
watch Batman animated series. Just the first and
To
second.
watch Chowder.
I've
You
seen
would
some
like
of
Chowder.
I've
Dude,
seen
I
some
love
They
Chowder.
literally there's a whole episode where they run out of budget and the
Rada,
voice actors
rada,
have to do a car wash in order to get the money back so they can have budget.
Rada.
So who's voicing them?
No, it's the voice.
The voice actors.
Obviously, they
they're
didn't have
like-
money for the voice actors.
No, they don't have
No.
money for the animation, so the
Yeah.
voice actors have to go out and do it.
and
Like
work
this
that
is an
thing.
entire thing in an episode because they literally expend all their like rainy day money. While
You know what's actually good and people hate? They spend all the rainy day money.
I'm just proving a point here.
But
I need that lingering sound so
Where
everybody
did that come
knows
from?
that you cut me off just to talk about what stupid shit you wanted to talk about.
people
Didn't let me finish my stupid shit.
people all hate Teen Titans Go, and I think Teen Titans Go is
I love
hilarious.
Sure,
I love it.
It is hilarious. Is it as good as the original? No, but it's different. That's the key.
Booyah! I love it. I love it.
I like when they're in Batman's cave and how Robin's always like, "Don't touch it, don't touch it." He's all like awkward about it.
Why are Batman
when they're
and
calling him-
Gordon always giggling? Every scene, they're always giggling.
Best Jim Gordon is Harley
Titans Go.
Quinn.
Oh, the one that she tells him. No,
He's just a drunk piece of shit.
have you watched Harley Quinn cartoon?
When
I
is that
hate-
even on?
HBO. I hate Harley Quinn, and that show is
You
fucking
remember-
amazing.
Who recommended
okay.
that show to you?
Shut up.
Oh my gosh.
I recommended the show to fucking everybody, and nobody watched it.
It's on HBO
And
Max.
then these
Give it a shot.
motherfuckers went, "Oh yeah, Levi
Oh,
recommended
there's
it to us."
tons of
And I was
like Joker's like, fuck this, fuck that. It's
Oh.
crazy.
Oh really? Okay.
And there's violence for sure. There's blood.
But it's just more than anything, it's really funny.
It's well written, and it's very like self-referential.
And Bane's just they shit on him all the time.
Todd, I asked for my strawberry swirl.
Yeah,
You
he
gave
looks like
me a
Bane comic, but he
razzle."
talks like Tom Hardy. It's pretty funny. And they always treat him like shit. They didn't give him a chair at the Legion of Doom table or whatever.
It's fucked up.
You only gave me this chair because Scarecrow died.
But yeah,
There's a no man's land plot in that fucking show too.
and it's basically like she, I think, wants to get into the Legion of Doom, right?
Yeah, and Giancarlo Esposito plays Lex Luthor.
And then everyone else, she picks up like a squad, but they're all people that can't get in as well. It's pretty funny.
You know, my favorite scenes of that too is when Aquaman shows up and just kicks the whole Legion of Doom's ass. And it's just like, yeah, I guess a superhero in this form of the universe would just do that, right?
Yeah.
Like Wonder Woman could just beat the whole Legion of Doom because they're kind of incompetent assholes.
And was it Mastermind? Says, see you next Tuesday.
Mastermind?
Was it Mastermind? Who's
You
the
mean
Psycho
Dr.
Man?
Psycho?
Dr. Psycho? He's
And then there's
little crazy midget man. He's fighting
Wonder
Wonder
Woman,
Woman.
and he calls her the C word.
see
and he gets
you next
canceled.
Tuesday word. and they kick him out of the Legion of Doom. They do like a press conference, and they're like, "We don't stand up for that."
He's married to Gigantos, this huge woman. He's this tiny little fucking short man.
They're on like.
They capture the Riddler at one point, and they hook him up to a power machine where he has to run. So then he becomes a buff Riddler, and it's very weird and very funny.
This is all on Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it shows
okay.
it. There's a fucking stoner plant that Poison Ivy made, who's hilarious.
It's fucking JB Smooth.
Dude, he fucks plants during the wedding. That's why I ever seen this when he's in the.
Wow, this is out there.
Dude, this show's
it's
fucking
crazy.
weird. Kite Man's in it, bro. Clayface.
That's why. Oh, Clayface is hilarious because
King Shark.
Clayface was always wanting to be an actor in the comics. That's or the whatever. That's why
He's an actor.
They did the experiment.
Who plays him? Alan Tudyk.
Tudyk, yeah, Alan Tudyk.
Tudyk.
So in the show, he's always like, "How do I prepare for this role?" They're like, "We need you to pretend to be like a postman and go up there." And goes, "What's this postman's backstory?" He's just really stupid ass shit. Like it's fucking
And
hilarious.
there's King Shark, the IT guy.
Yeah, King Shark is really funny in it too. I forgot what dude plays him, but yeah,
Black dude, right?
Yeah, it's I can't remember, but it's hella funny, dude. It's so funny.
When he goes to prison. Ooh, fresh fish. Hey, what did we say about using that? I'm sorry. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys later.
That's where they're very open about the Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn stuff too.
Even though they cucked Kite Man, but the only way they recovered that is when he said, "No, fuck this shit. I'm going out on my own." And I was like, "You do it, Kite Man."
And all Kite Man does is fly on a kite on his back, but he always goes,
Hell yeah.
"Kite Man, hell yeah!" Whenever he does stuff. But he's an actual character in DC,
and his motto really is, "Hell yeah!"
And it's just so stupid because he just uses a kite. That's it.
Did you know that one of the origins for Plastic Man is that he was like a lackey for Kite Man?
Really?
Uh-huh.
Well, Plastic Man lucked out.
So
considering he can like do anything,
Make his wiener huge, and Kite Man just
he
got
can
a
make
kite
himself into a car.
and a mailbox. I don't get none of that. Whatever.
So he's an actual villain.
Who?
Or Kite Man.
Yeah,
Well, he's more of an anti-hero.
he's supposed
He's
to
a
be villain. 'cause doesn't he-
he's a
he
villain you
robs-
root for because he's so
What?
lame.
He robs banks and shit.
But he's
though.
so lame,
and
that
he
you
takes
kind
off
of
like on a
root for him.
kite on his back.
And what about Condiment King?
He's a villain. He's in it too.
He's in it. He's the rival of Kite Man.
Oh my god.
They try to have a wedding, and then Condiment King schedules the wedding in the same location that Kite Man was gonna.
Yeah.
I'll definitely have to watch this.
Harley Quinn, you gave him cancer.
She always tells Batman he fucks bats too. So maybe Peacemaker took that. Did you give your number for Batman?
Ranked on all
Out
of
of
them?
10.
No,
out of
not
10?
all of them. Just
Okay,
out of 10.
okay. Dude, that was like an 8.5. 8.59.
What was
that?
yours,
Was
a 7,
really good.
Ernie?
I think it's like a 7 right now. I think it's a 7 right now, but it
Wow.
For me, what
Sound
what,
like a hater.
I'm not a hater.
You
I
sound
like
like a
him.
hater, bro.
dude. I don't
You
know.
sound like
I gotta hear.
Tran.
I gotta hear why he doesn't think it. But I didn't like Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne.
That is the biggest gripe of the movie, I think.
Yeah, for me it is.
Is him specifically as Bruce Wayne.
He doesn't. He can't show a lot of emotion from what I've seen. Right, the movies he was in.
Well, Batman doesn't
So
show.
but that's what I was gonna just come up with or say was that.
Thanks for ruining it, but
You just come up with that as a first time, man.
No, so that's what I was thinking was in this movie he's really just mad, so he's not showing too much emotion.
So Batman. Let's talk about non-cultural appropriation. Let's talk about a white guy who does kung fu.
no, he doesn't because he got taught by
Just Krav
a
Maga.
British boxer, I guess.
Taekwondo.
That's more than boxing, dude.
Taekwondo. Muay Thai.
Well, he's just brawling in that movie.
I don't know when he hits that dude. The first
he beat the shit out of that
skull
guy.
face person or whatever, he hits him in pretty direct ways. That's more than boxing.
Yeah, grabs the guy by his shirt and just punches his face.
When he
No,
fights the guys in the
goes to-
raft,
he
not
goes
the
to
raft, the
swing. He's like,
staircase.
Were you the one who told me that kid with the half makeup's supposed to be Robin?
He's Tim Drake in the Titans show. They said there's gonna be no crossover,
Oh, okay.
but it'd be weird. Like
That is-
Patterson's
but
like,
that's also a weird casting too. To be like, oh, we're gonna get the guy from fucking and not have some kind of reference to it or something.
it's to me, it's just
We're
weird.
gonna
That,
get him to play a thug because he's downtrodden youth.
yeah. To me,
You're gonna leave that pause.
they've talked about Robin in the future, and it's just like,
I'm not gonna kill you.
how can
I'm just gonna hurt you
how can you do Robin with
dead.
Patterson being so young?
Yeah. You get like a 3-year-old Robin.
Like
Just like
people-
a 5. Some kid Logan's age is just.
How old is Robin supposed to be?
Well, you
with
figure
Batman?
Damien's like 10, 12 or some shit.
Yeah, but it's his son, right? It's
Yeah.
okay when it's your son, right? If it's just
Well-
some random kid you abducted off the street, because let's face it, Batman didn't adopt those kids. He abducted them, and he
Jason Todd
indoctrinated.
was
him
trying to
into
take his
war on
tires.
crime. No, I mean he indoctrinated. Oh, so it was punishment for Jason Todd.
So
Jason Todd got what he deserved,
Yeah.
huh?
If they do Court of Owls, what does that mean for Batman? Does Batman get like the little Bat family or something, like Barbara Gordon?
Bat Cow and Starro Batman.
No,
Bats.
if they do Court of Owls,
Batro? What's the you know what I'm talking about? The Starro that's like part of the Batman family. There's like a Starro.
don't know. There's a Robin one coming out in HeroClix. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a Starro with the Robin outfit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Bat Tar or something like that. It's part of the Batman family, just like Bat Cow. You know Bat Cow, right?
Yes. If Court of Owls comes, it's just gonna be. It's like a cult that
It's not even a cult. It's a secret society.
secret society underground cult
It's like the Illuminati.
that runs Gotham. So it means nothing for
They're
the
burning
Batman
wicker
family.
effigies in the middle of California.
I don't see the
right
Bat.
under all our goddamn noses.
I don't think Batman family is gonna appear anytime soon.
Is Alfred part of the Batman family?
No,
What? How was Alfred not part of the Batman family?
because he's not fighting. And
So Jim Gordon's not part of the Batman family?
no,
Neither is Barbara Gordon?
I guess they give them Batman family keywords.
Oh, right. I forgot we justify everything in comic books off of HeroClix.
But I don't know. I don't know what's up next. It's all up in the air because like even with Joker, he said that they're like, yeah, he filmed the scenes, and they're like, are you gonna bring Joker back? He's like, I don't know. I don't really.
No,
I don't really.
that shit.
He's like, I don't
That's
really
pretty-
plan.
pretty
I don't
lame.
plan it right now. But I'm like, execs are gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna bring back Joker.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're
because
gonna
it's
bring
money,
back
dude. But it's like,
Yeah,
what do you guys want? You know, Patterson's like, I really want to do Court of Owls and stuff. But you got to think, Matt Reeves doing this, he's got to have an idea of where he wants to go next.
Killer Croc.
Killer Croc won't work.
He's gonna have Batman. Have Batman fight the Riddler again, but this time he has to drive through a bunch of tunnels underground and do a bunch of obstacle courses.
It's a bunch of clues.
The least Ridley thing possible. That's one of the things that always threw me off.
You're
about
in one
that.
of my mazes.
It's like, where does the Riddler get the budget to build that shit?
Or the time where he's down there like making it.
Just doing it by hand. Just he wakes up at he gets like 3 hours of sleep.
That's same with Joker too. Though a lot of the villains like they set up these. Big,
Joker has like clear like lackeys, right?
I guess
The Riddler really
Riddler had lackeys at the end of this.
not in the Arkham universe though. It's
Yeah.
just him, right? And then you get fucking Man Bat coming out of nowhere.
I think Arkham.
Azrael's in City, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Arkham needs to have a breakout probably too, and then Batman could start roping
Let's
people.
start a riot. Let's start a riot. That song.
'Cause I
Just
mean-
bring back the 90s.
I'm trying to think what else you could really do, but like I said, he had to have a plan. He has to have some kind of idea. Okay, I'll say that
Let's
much.
get Mad Hatter if we're gonna get like weird.
If they could do
revival.
Jarvis Tech good, Mad Hatter,
is
like
it Tech or is it Tetch?
I think it could be Tech. I don't know. Tech makes sense because he uses the computer in the animated series. They're like computer chipped cards that he puts on his Alices, and it's pretty creepy. He kidnaps a bunch of girls that are his Alices and brings them back to him. They never really show what he does them for, uses them for, or whatever. But it does them for. It's pretty fucking creepy. But I think they're gonna have to go the detective route again too. So it's gonna be. It's no killer.
Just a
Moth.
guy stealing light bulbs, man. Come on. Just give me the first scene of just a guy in like a dumb moth mask with dumb moth wings running out of a hardware store holding a bunch of light bulbs and just getting decked and just shattering all the light bulbs.
He should just have a batarang hit his leg and he just breaks them all. Fuck! That's all you hear. Well, that's all we have for this episode. Thank you, Adam, for coming. Thank you,
I don't feel thanked at all. I feel
Declan?
utterly disrespected by everything you stand for.
Declan. Make sure you guys like, share,
Don't do any of that stuff.
subscribe.
Fuck all that shit.
Look for me on Xbox. Just kidding.
Hit me up on Xbox Live. I'm at XX Sephiroth XX.
They didn't have the name, so I had to put XX on the first part.
I gotta put
XX
like
at the end.
7 different random numbers, bro.
I have a serious gamer tag. It's someone who sucks.
Is it?
Yeah, it's my gamer tag.
Is it? Really, just someone who sucks?
Yeah, SUM1 space WHO space SUKS.
There you
Someone
go.
who sucks.
Adam's promoting. Go ahead, check him out on Xbox with all his other things that he's doing on there.
Advanced refrigeration.
Ernie's his gangster nerd.
Yeah, because I called myself that
That's-
in a nervous when I met Mac. from
I'm gangster
Are you
nerd.
jerking off?
No, I'm shaking my leg like I always do.
Hairpin finish, man. Yeah, so make sure you like, subscribe, share. Thank you guys for everything. Check all the platforms, check all the stuff coming out, and we will see you guys next week.
Don't do any of that. That's a podcast.
What?
That's the end of the episode. That's a podcast, Adam. It's over.
Oh.
Go home.
You're still here? Go. Go.